We have a green box, we have a live counter ticking up. Going to assume that means we are live. Welcome back to the Storytime Network, where after how many weeks was it? 4 or 5 weeks of Halloween action?
It was 3 sessions.
3 sessions? Wow, I thought it was more than that.
I did, but then I
Really? 3
realised
sessions?
I'm sure it was. It was at least 3, weren't 5.
Might have been 4 then, because I'm.
The intention was to go for 5, and then I realised no, that'd actually take too long. And...
No, it was 4. It was 4.
Fair.
4 sessions.
Anyway.
We are back to the regular story. I can't say canon story because that Halloween stuff was actually canon.
We're back to your regularly scheduled horrifying moments, this time without zombies. Instead, it's usually the crushing weight of the stuff that's been forced upon you guys.
Like the letter from Felix's dad, which I made sure to transcribe today.
Less real horror, more existential horror.
And also actual horror.
But, Kado, why don't you take us away and remind us what the fuck we're doing?
No, I won't. No. So.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna go back to Centralis, seeing as we don't know what we're supposed to do.
Well, last where we left off with our heroes, we have Garon the Genasciro, Seamus, the half-elf paladin, the half-elf bard. Wow. And Felix, the elven painter, alongside a currently missing half-elf paladin in Aldane. You four, alongside the lovely King Brewer Everay, were the first group of 2 that were heading off to Blackrain to basically deal with looking into the group that has plagued you for so long now. And to do this, 2 groups were being split off. You guys were going to be considered the main squad, or at least you were going to take the longer and in theory more dangerous way to Blackrain, as the idea was is that at least if you guys split up, then one of the groups can get there if one of the other groups happens to be lost. Which is why the other group was going to take the boat to the neutral point and then to Blackrain. You guys went ahead first, as that was the point, as you were to clear the route for them getting to the docks. Along the way, however, you heard of a creature that was seemingly causing problems for caravans and travellers around the area, which you found out to be the horse, the one that you had long since lost, that had also been corrupted by the cult of the Tarask. It had seemingly gained sentience and wanted to share the blessings it had been given. You decided otherwise and had to fight it off. Unfortunately, killing it off.
We were all very sad about it.
And you continued onwards. You alright, Gam?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, so you continued onwards.
Sorry.
It's alright. You continued onwards and made your way through the forest and found yourself, as you were travelling, ambushed by more horrible creatures. This time you found yourselves dealing with some direwolf and some wolves. A very nostalgic point, just like when you met Seamus all that time ago. As things stand right now, it's currently quite dark out, and you are getting ready to pretty much rest up. As you go further on, can people give me survival checks to find a good place to rest?
Survival. Just a straight d20 on my part.
Wow.
Yep, that went well.
So, Aaron and Felix, you guys are like busy licking your wounds after the fight, and also just like.
I didn't have any wounds, I'm fairly sure.
Then you're licking Daron's, I don't really care. The point is, though, you both were too busy, like, you know, neither of you have been really used to big foliage and trees like this. You've been travelling, but, you know, it's not really, like, your forte. Meanwhile, Seamus and Rue are just, like, both realise, oh, yeah, that place over there would be pretty good. As you find, like, a small cave that you can hide under. And then there's a big tree near it that the horse can stay by. So, you make your way over and pretty much get prepared to rest up. What a watch is going to be for this long rest, as it is getting quite late now.
I think I'll take first watch.
Felix, do you also want to take the first watch or the second watch? Because you and Rua can both trance, can't you?
Yeah. Felix will take second watch.
Right then, Rua will be going first. What about you, Seamus? Which order do you want to take? Do you want to go third or second?
Let's go second.
Right. So then, first watch is time to roll. So it's pretty quiet in the forest right now. You're on quite high alert, Daron. Thankfully, the light of the campfire that you guys have got, because it is getting a bit chilly now, is helping illuminate some of the area around. Especially considering you don't have means of seeing in the dark. Brewer's not really like paying attention, he just seems to be a bit distant right now. He is sort of paying attention here and there, but not really like giving his full focus. He does seem a bit elsewhere. Otherwise though, you continue the night and nothing really happens much. So then you swap over with Seamus, and now I want Seamus to roll.
Yup.
Drew will do another perception check. Wow, very nice.
Using up all my nat 20s early, I guess.
I mean, Rue also used one. So, Seamus, you are like on it. You're like really focused today. Maybe because you've had to deal with again more wolves.
I had my cocaine today.
But yes, either way though, you are pretty attentive. Brewer does seem to have perked up. And he is also quite vigilant with you. But you can definitely tell, like, you're in the zone. If something came out at you, you'd be ready to strike.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you really happen to notice is just, like, the occasional, like, forest creature moving through the night. Actually, wait, let me make a check. I need to do something. I forgot my dice roll. I knew there was one thing I forgot to get ready, but it's fine. It's literally just one thing. So in the distance, Seamus, you hear a very faint noise. You can tell it's very far away, but you can tell whatever it is quite loud enough that you're only just barely hearing it. And it sounds like heavy boots hitting the floor. Not too different from, say, when Aldeia was trying to sneak. But it's in the far off distance. From what you can tell, it's down to like the south. I have to remember my directions. Southwest. Like around back the way you've come through the forest. Like deeper
So
in.
someone's kind of trailing us, maybe?
From what you can tell, it seems more aimless wandering, or at least they're not actively following you. You feel like the sound. You feel like the sound.
I have a
of you
thought
getting,
on who that could be.
You feel like the sound of you getting closer and closer. If it was someone following you guys.
Okay, so it's not coming closer and closer.
It's just like, again, sort of aimless movement, not really any like direction towards you.
Okay, but that could be one particular character that we don't want to run into at the moment.
That being,
The Black Knight.
honestly, you feel like the Black Knight would be giving a shit anyway, or at least
never know.
like the Black Knight seems to be the sort of person who would probably like not really be bothered to hide their noise. And you feel like if it was the Black Knight, given the amount of creatures that have been attacking you guys lately in the area, they probably would be already in combat with someone.
Okay.
If only just
Alright.
like, if you're hearing them, like, you would probably already either be seeing them or, you get the idea though.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's if the Black Knight has appeared again, because it has been a while since Akira fended him off. And you aren't
After
sure.
we actually almost beat him, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, what, 2 HP away from ending him?
You don't know what would have happened exactly. You can only assume. But yeah. Otherwise, though, the night passes by without much issue. Do you inform Felix and Aldane of what happens during the watch?
I just say like, oh, there's some heavy motherfucker way off in the distance wandering around aimlessly. I don't think he's coming after us, but never hurts to keep an eye out.
Okay. So just as a reminder, I'm pretty sure Felix is still in summer.
Right. At least in this current moment.
Because he went into summer when after the letter from his dad, which was very bad.
I'm going to borrow Aldane's character sheet as he does a perception check. You can also perception me up, Felix. Wow, Aldane was ready. So you're sort of just like... Well, either way, you're quite distracted right now. I'll leave it up to you to decide what that is. But Aldane's managing to keep vigilant in place. He doesn't happen to... Actually, I should really make a roll. I keep forgetting. So Aldane does look to you, Felix, and just say, I heard a noise in the distance. Sounded like heavy footprints. I don't know if it's the exact kind that Seamus heard.
It would feel weird if there were two kinds of heavy footprints out in the forest.
I mean, it could always be Zaris. As you would know, Zaris is leading the other group.
Did it sound like there were other footprints with the heavy footprints?
Aldane shakes his head. It's hard to tell. As outside with the forest noises, you would be able to tell Felix it is quite noisy. So it is a bit awkward to like really focus past the noise, especially if you're like deliberately trying to hear something different.
Yeah.
But otherwise, though, as far as you can tell, with Aldane having pointed it out, nothing really seems to happen as a result of it. Yeah?
Yep.
Excuse me. Otherwise, though, the night progresses without much issue. You are all fully rested and recovered. So, morning comes as you find yourselves. I'm going to bring you back to the world map. So, I'd have said you were pretty much like not far out the forest. So, I'd say you're about here, just where like sort of the freeway split would be that goes off into the other branching paths of Cordis, like that way, this way, and that way.
Yeah.
Like you're still partway in the forest, but you're approaching like getting out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh my god, no, stay there. Anyway. As you begin to prepare, let me make a roll. A d5. No, that wasn't it. That was 5d1s. Let me do that again. Dayram,
Yes.
you hear a voice in your head
Oh no.
as you hear a voice saying, "Hello, this is no, hello." They say, "This is the other team going to Blackrain. We've currently been ambushed in the forest. We need help immediately."
Whose voice was it?
As far as you can tell, because you know Zaris is in the group, and it definitely wasn't Zaris.
Right.
It sounded like a more softer feminine voice. So you can only assume it's one of the other members of the team, especially since they, at least they claimed to be part of the other team.
I respond. Where are we currently? Can you just ping us?
So again, you're sort of like here. So you're just before you make the freeway entrance that you would otherwise make to the free routes leading further in.
And where did they say they were?
They just said the further in the forest, deeper in, where you've already come through.
Understood. We're on our way.
You do get another sending that just says, "We're at the split." That otherwise, we're at the split between Turim's Tower and they don't say that. So yeah, they say we're at the split before Turim's Tower. That would be northwest. We're on the move, trying to not stay still, however. So as far as you know, they're around where the T is actually in the tower, where the, where this is, is.
So we're further ahead.
Yeah, so you're quite a bit ahead.
I'd look to the others and say, other teams in danger. Unknown if it's actually the other team or if it's another ambush. Rua, who was on the other team?
That would be Zaros, Tristina, and 3 other people. Not 3. That would be 4 other people, 4 other soldiers.
Well, it wasn't Tristina, right?
It definitely wasn't Tristina. They didn't sound as tired as Tristina. They actually sound like they don't need to take coffee to feel alive in the morning.
Huh. I kind of just say they're, I say I point to the direction that we came from, and say they're back that way. We should, if you think it's prudent, we'll return to rendezvous. But anything that can make Zaris afraid probably isn't something we should tangle with. And I thought they were going to the sea. Oh, they were going to the neutral point.
The problem is they can't go across country straight through, because then they'd be going through the Aster Forest.
Right, they were going up and around.
Yeah, they have to go the same route you do, and then as you get to here, then
Instead of going north.
this way, they go that way. Because one of you would have a world map, so you could easily like use this. Give me an intelligence check, actually, all of you.
Can I do an insight on the voice, like run the message through my head?
Are you doing one, Seamus?
Yeah. Not very intelligent right now. Too sleepy.
I'll do one for Aldane, just because, you know, he might do good.
You
Wow,
did.
yeah, he did. So, you want to do... Yeah, you can try that, Dayron. As far as you can tell, it's they're very panicked and hurried.
Okay.
Whatever it is seems to be definitely giving them pause, especially because, like, there is technically more soldiers. There is more of them than there is you. And even though they're ostensibly, like, the team that's meant to be, like, going the easier path, they still have Zaras with them as that assurance. And, like, you've seen what Zaras can do, so again, like... Also, don't forget, like, you're not terribly far from the Aster Forest, so if anything wandered over, and that's not to say that it might be more Cult of the Tarask related stuff. You haven't had enough ascending to confirm whatever it is they're actually dealing with. Also, between Aldane and Felix, from where they roughly are, it's about 40 miles. So it would take you a little over a day to get to them. And that's if they can hold out. I mean, you can rush. And if you go at faster pace, then you can. The only thing is that then it imposes penalties. And that's also depending on how many hours you go in a day. Because the average pace is that it's like you move 8 hours a day. Any more tends to impose constitution checks that then you have to beat exhaustion with. And if you move fast, you have a -5 penalty to passive perception, which could then leave you vulnerable to, you know, like, ambushes.
Yeah.
So do you want to move faster, or do you want to just take it at a normal pace and just hope? There's no wrong answer. Brewer would personally say that he'd like to go to them, because if we're already going to be losing people before you even, like, attempt to leave the country, then, you know, it's not great.
At the same time, will we be able to get there, like, quickly enough to actually affect anything?
I mean, it depends on how... out of character, I'm doing behind-the-scene roles, which will then determine the fates. But all you can really do is, like, hope. I mean, they have Zaris with them, so if anything happens, he'd probably be the first to go. But he'd be able to...
Aldane's awake.
So, currently, if you remember that you and another group are going to Blackrain, you've just woken up from a long rest, so all of your resources and HP are back.
Yep.
And basically, the other group is seemingly being attacked further in the forest, and it would take about a day and some change to get to them. Zaris is in the other group, along with Tristina and 6 other people. So the group's just deciding sort of the plan of action, like if they do decide to go.
Gotcha.
I assume Aldane might have a vested interest in saving Zaris.
Yeah, Aldane is in favor.
Though
We
it
should
would
go
make
then.
the prison break easier.
Really, man?
Are we still doing that?
as far as you know. You've not heard otherwise.
Alright. And like we're openly talking about this in front of Ruo, right? Like that's
Rua doesn't seem to be reacting, as if like maybe he already knows.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm shocked we're still doing it considering we got his grandpa back, but okay.
I mean, the prison break was for something else anyway, because a guy who's falsely being accused, to what you know. But anyway, that's for another time. Right now, though, you have some people to save right now.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, are you moving faster then? Because we're
Might
gonna
as
ask,
well.
are you moving at a fast pace, and/or are you increasing how many hours a day you're moving? Because again, every 1 hour means you have to do. So at hour 9, it means a DC 11 con save, and then that save increases by 1 every extra hour. It's if you want to take the time to discuss, you can. It's up to you guys.
Here's the thing, couldn't we also, like, at the very least, sort of take shifts in who's running the cart? Couldn't we, like,
Not all
just
of us.
rest in the cart?
I mean, you can. The only problem is it's like then rushing the horse, and there's only
Yeah.
2 people who are actually adequately trained to deal with the horse, and neither of them have the exact same skills.
Yeah.
Like Seamus is skilled at dealing with the horse in an emotional and like calming it, and Darren is actually the one who's trained to handle it.
We can hear your hand, Dylan.
Go,
We're getting
Matt.
some.
Background noise.
So yeah, what are you fellas doing then?
I'd say we probably shouldn't push the horse too much, because otherwise it'd just have a bad long-term result. But we should pick up the pace at least a little bit.
You want to move at a fast pace?
We should do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be -5 penalty to passive perception. You all okay with this?
Yeah, that should be fine.
I mean, my passive perception is still 18 at that point, so.
Fair dues.
Mine is 8.
Mine is 9.
Rua's would be 14. But, right, so you've decided that. Aldane, since you've gotten here just now, roll me a D100.
Joy of joys.
Oh, yes! Let's
Oh,
go.
no.
That's actually quite good. So, after a few hours of already starting to move, Dayron, you get another sending message. And it tells you this. I'm going to DM it to you. Actually, I need to get an accurate number as well. That's what they tell you in the sending.
I repeat that to the group. They're being attacked by 16 red caps and a hag. It's not a coven.
Oh. Oh dear.
Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check to know, you know, just to know, I guess. Okay. Anyone else?
I'll do an
don't-
Arcana.
Actually, give me two, because one for the red caps and one for a hag. So one might be able to know one and.
Oh my god.
I've heard of hags, apparently.
No fucking clue what a red cap is, though.
Not a one.
So, for the people so for the first roll, oh, Aldane, you haven't rolled.
Okay, I'll roll.
So, everyone who got Aldane's rolling better, so, not Seamus and Daron.
Yep, that's fair.
Red caps,
Yep.
let me pull up the deets, because red caps are very good. Red cap. They are homicidal fays born from bloodlust. Although they are small, they are very strong. And basically, the reason why they're called red caps is because they basically will, like, bathe their clothes in blood. Hence the red. And you also know that they need to cover themselves in blood once every 3 days at least before they fade into non-existence and die. Rua and Felix know that red caps are very strong. In fact, Felix, you would know, they are roughly on Aldane's level of strength and can actually wield heavy weapons. So it's entirely possible you might find a red cap wielding a great axe.
That's fun.
They also are known to be very heavy, with very heavy boots, making very loud noise, which is probably what Seamus heard during the night, and Aldane, because at one point during the night, Aldane, you did hear loud noises. And if they kick you with them boots, they can actually hurt you so bad they just knock you to the ground, and they would probably knock out Felix in one hit.
Great.
Not hyperbole. What else? Also, Felix, you know, because of your role, there is the potential for red caps to become blood caps. No, sorry, a mad cap, sorry. Red caps that soak themselves in demon ichor and demon blood, making them even more psychotic and irrational.
Wonderful.
Also, yeah, I forgot, red caps are just insane. They have irrational dislikes. Like, they can even just hate a word and get irrationally pissed off. Like how some people get upset at the word moist. Or they might hate music.
That's fair.
Or the colour blue. Or even, like, people with, like, curly or
So they're
spiky
bloods.
hair.
So they're bloods.
just
They don't
like-
like the color blue.
They're just arseholes.
They're bloods. No Crips allowed in this neighborhood.
For hags, Daron, only Daron. Oh no, Felix got a good roll as well.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
I-
that would be really interesting if I knew about hags.
Hag. So, hags tend to be like, tend to work in groups known as covens, and hags that work in covens tend to power each other up to the point where they can access spells they otherwise wouldn't be able to use. Given the locale of where you're at, there's only a few kinds of hags that this could be. Let me actually just check which kinds that you would know. This could either be a green hag, which is one of the weaker hags. which tend to basically enjoy and revel in feelings and tragedies of other creatures.
Right.
So they're just sadistic arseholes.
Yeah.
Or this could be the more dangerous Anis Hag. Anis Hags in particular are some of the more physically stronger, and their bear hugs are so dangerous. You would know, Felix. Red cap kicks make Anis Hag hugs. Like, there's no difference. You'd rather be kicked... Felix, you would know, you would rather be kicked by a red cap than hugged by an Anis Hag.
I'm going to stay out of close combat if we come across these.
Also, you would know, in conjunction, red caps will work alongside a more homicidal, angry creature if they are able to help enable their own tendencies.
Right. Which is presumably what's happening here.
And I'll be nice if all of you want to roll intelligence checks. That's a pog roll.
Dang.
Those are both
Felix
good.
is now very motivated in this situation.
Are you rolling one, Seamus?
Sorry, my bad.
In that
I was
he,
grabbing myself a beverage.
yeah, Felix is very motivated in that he doesn't want to be kicked to death by redcaps.
Oh, hey, that's actually decent, but that's probably
So
not
all
good
of you
enough.
remember,
Oh,
the Fey Market wasn't too long ago.
Ah,
And the Fey Market was near Aster Forest.
Ah, fuck, we missed the Fey Market.
So it's entirely possible some of these redcaps came from the Fey Market, or came from potentially an opening in, like, the plains. Because you do know, like, when the Fey Market appears, the Fey will come through holes in, like, the plains to appear. And given the Aster Forest is a hotbed of, like, Fey shit anyway, you tend to know, especially you, Felix, that the fabric between reality is a bit more thinner there.
mm-hmm.
So it's the potential for Fae to just wander and fall out of holes anyway in space are very likely.
Yeah.
Hence the sheer amount of red caps, because you know the 16 red caps is like too many in theory. There should not be that many.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not good. 16
respond.
16 red caps in theory means that's a massacre for Zaris's group.
I'm responding. We're on our way. Please hold out for a day. We're rushing.
Aye. So then, you make your way. I've been doing rolls as we've been talking, and I've been expositing the right amount of danger you should probably be feeling.
I think we're moving as we're doing this. Like,
as you make your way, you actually begin to see a couple of bodies there on with your passive perception. Actually, what's your passive perception, Seamus?
my passive, I think it's 22. Let me look.
And what's that, -5?
17.
17.
So both of you
yeah.
notice two dead bodies of guards. Cordician
Oh, great.
guards.
Shit.
You can't identify one of the bodies because the face has been caved in that badly by a boot. And
Great.
you notice the rest of its body has been trampled and kicked to death that badly. Most of the armor is inwards. And
I am
this-
now
Someone's
looking
having
for-
a good time.
I am
and
now looking for hidden enemies.
And that person was in plate armor. The other person, their spine is bent in such a way that they either had scoliosis or it was snapped by a bear hug.
How about I do a little bit of perception?
You also notice several red caps dead around those bodies, though. You notice 6 of them were dead. As you both are looking around, however, which you can do, and anyone else can do perception after it being pointed out to them,
Jesus.
You're just like on the. You just want to fucking schmooze Daron. The less you have to deal with hags and redcaps, the better.
Felix is incredibly motivated.
Yeah, Felix, you're just poking your head through, and you're like, "Oh shit, what's that?" And then you're like pointing around the area. And you're just on the ball.
Felix does not want to be kicked to death or bear hugged to
Eventually-
death.
Eventually, you do find your way as it gets to later in the day, about like late afternoon, closer to evening. I'm going to bring you onto the map as you see this going on.
Oh, great.
You see Zaris surrounded by 4 redcaps. There are 2 dead, riddled with arrows, and in tops of the trees you see Tricina aiming shots. You see this man, this person in a cloak, very similar to what Daron would be wearing, as they are taking a crossbow and firing shots. This person here, my ping not working, there we go. This person here looks like they are wearing, like, priest's clothes, or, like, clerical outfit. And from what you can tell with this person over here that's also flanking with Zaris, they are wearing, like, standard Cordis Guard armor, not too similar, not too different from what Aldane's wearing. And then the bottom here, you can see, with, like, the green dot is what looks to be a druid of some sort. And they're all trying to ward off these creatures, as you see this big, dark, like, grey-skinned woman just cackling, as then the redcaps are dancing around her. And then they heard the horse coming in, and she looks behind and just says, "Get them, my pretties!" Time to fight, guys.
Goody.
Yay.
Here's the new music. Mill?
Okay.
Jesus H. Christ.
I can't find my flip. Where's my oh, there it is.
Rua wasn't prepared. Was
I was
Zaris?
definitely not prepared.
Zaris did pretty well.
Unsurprising.
How did Tristina do? Let's see. No, I keep... Well, alright. Now I need to do the red caps. There you go, Felix got good.
Again, Felix.
at least one of us
Felix
did.
is very motivated to stay alive.
Well then. Now I have to do the Anis Hag, as it was probably very obvious from the description of that corpse. Oh wow. This is looking very sussy. Bring you up there. Bring you up there. That's sorted. And then, in 1 second, a turn. What did they roll? Okay. So I'm just going to do a 17 for all the general tokens for you guys. Considering all the red caps are going to be acting as a unit. Oh wait, they tied with the Anis Hag. Okay. Mill.
Yes.
High or low?
Low.
Right, the
Aha.
guards go first. Oh shit, that's a high initiative. That's not what I meant to do.
1,702 initiative.
You don't get to move. They move 5 times before you get to have your turn. So, Tricina's going first. And you just see her waving to you guys with a longbow, just saying, "Nice to see you guys show up."
We came as soon as we could.
Wishing we hadn't.
Too late now, Felix.
I didn't really get a choice.
We love you too.
As she just stares at this red cap over here, the one between the cleric and Zaris, and takes a shot. And with flourish, wow.
Hopefully all the other guards do that well as well, and take out some of the red caps.
And she also crits with her planar attack. I always forget, is it planar warrior? Oh, it's 2d8 in this case from the crit. So she just blasts the red cap right in the side, and it just screams in pain. As he just watches its waving a very big fucking great axe around. And then she makes a second shot on the same one. Minus that would be... Oh, very good actually. Then she does the second shot. That hits for minimum damage. Still though, she did a good amount in total.
Yeah.
24 damage is nothing to sneeze at. That red cap actually looks fucked. Like, she did a very good amount of damage to it, you can tell.
Yeah.
Spicy meatball.
Now it's the NPCs. So the one at the top in the tree, at the very bottom, takes the crossbow and attempts to make a shot on... Actually, what's the range? Yeah, they have a clear line of sight on the hag, so they're going to make a shot. Yep, that's a 21. That'll definitely hit. This is just a normal one. So that's a D8 plus 3.
Actually, this goes back to the Arcana check. Are hags magical? Like,
They are fey.
Can they do magic?
Actually, yeah, that would mix. You know hags can cast magic.
Right.
You know that much. Let me just check as well. Oh wait, wrong thing. Especially Anis hags. Because I'd say, given the topography, given the area, you'd know quite a bit about them green hags, I'd say.
Yeah.
Anis hags aren't very, big spellcasters compared to others. At least when they're on their own. They can cast Disguise Self and Fog Cloud. But otherwise, that's all they seem to really have.
Yeah.
Again, on their own. If this was a coven, there'd be reason to worry. Let alone the fact that 3 of them could just bear hug you all.
I personally, as somebody at risk for a bear hug or kicking related death right now, I'm still worried.
So, in total, this man, the guy in the tree, deals 19 damage to the hag. With a very well placed shot right to the face. Not to the face, the neck. 19, that would be then.
So I click that.
Yep. So that's their turn. The paladin, as you can tell they're a paladin, goes to swipe at the red cap.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting with a 23. Then deal 10 damage as they bash the red cap in the face with a maul. And then he's going to channel divine energy into the attack and do a smite. Dealing 10 points. Well, he just deals 20 points of damage to this red cap.
Cool.
He just watches it's like shivering on the floor in pain. Clearly doesn't appreciate when it is on the receiving end of being hurt. You then watch the cleric as they basically what's the word? They thrust out their hand and force the red cap to do a dex saving throw as they cast Sacred Flame. Now the red cap doesn't have a very good dex and gets a nat 5. That's a fail. Should do that much. Dealing 7 radiant damage. This red cap at the bottom left here is looking very weak. The druid. What does the druid do? Just need to check. They wouldn't cast that. That would endanger him. So the druid is going to do produce flame on the red cat, the one that's near death. Which then means they have to make an attack. Is it? Right. So now they have to make an attack. That is a plus that much to hit. That's a crit.
Cool.
So this is going to be 4d8 fire damage to the red cat. 8, 8, 7, and 2.
Jeez.
25 damage. This red cat is just overkilled. It is roasted alive. And you all just begin to slowly smell the, like, burning, like, hot blood. Like a, what's it, a black pudding.
Ooh, some barbecue.
You can also smell what smells like a lot of metal being burnt. As you do notice, there is quite a few like metal piercings on some of these red caps. Alongside the actually ear piercings and nose piercings and like all sorts of piercings. Along with the red boots.
Someone say use heat metal.
Along with the boots they've got on them. I mean, you can, but heat metal doesn't move against other targets, does it?
Not. Yeah, that's true.
So that's their turns. So now it is the Anis Hag. And she just points at you guys over there and just says, "How about you just wait your turn while I play with these children over here?" And she pulled out a hand.
Oh shit.
As she does that.
Yeah, that's hold person.
How did you guess?
I am familiar with spell, and I base it off of her dialogue.
Also, you don't know if she's actually casting that. She could be casting anything, for all you know. She could be casting Banishment.
Which would be also bad.
Yes, that would also be bad.
Also, it can hit that many creatures. Alright, so she holds out a hand, and you all just see nothing but white as she casts Fog Cloud.
Okay.
So, you create a 20-foot... Right, so everything is heavily obscured. And yeah, you just cannot see through the cloud. And then Darren and Seamus, you begin to hear footsteps running your way.
Great.
Incoming.
Whatever it is moving very fast.
Probably a red cap.
You don't know.
I yell incoming.
But
Do we know
that's
which direction it's coming from?
It's going towards you.
Just from the area of the enemies?
You're like in front of where your vision was.
Okay.
Oh,
Head on,
that-
coming at us.
Felix.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel happy.
What do you do?
It occurs to me, Dylan, we probably should have cast Counterspell, one of us, but
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but too little too late right now. We almost might need to dash out of the fog and then attack from there. Just, we can fan out.
no, that's a potential. Yeah. Okay, that's something I can do. First things first, use my bonus action to give Rue a Painter's Inspiration.
I'd say you know where each other are immediately in front of you,
Yeah.
but everything else past everything else you have no fucking clue.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you know I'm not moving anything on the map because you don't know where everything is. That's where you last remember everything.
Yeah.
So if you bump into stuff,
Mhm.
then I'll move the token into where it should be.
Yeah. So, vaguely, which direction did Seamus and I hear footprints or footsteps?
Directly in front, they're thinking. So
Yeah.
like right around here.
No, that's not great.
Whatever it was could schmove. Like, it was a speedy fucker.
Right. Either way, I'm going to cast, or use my Brush of Wind to finally cast Gust of Wind in a direction that doesn't catch any of my allies.
Where?
Like, this sort of direction. Instead, trying to
By the
avoid
way-
catching Seamus and...
Do you
Rua?
have fog cloud?
I do not.
Right. So you make it from you, yeah?
Yeah.
The wind? Well, good for you, because, you caused the fog to vanish.
Yay!
Because a
Hey.
great wind makes it go. Which means you see what came towards you,
Right.
and it was this.
Oh, God!
That's right up in our face.
And she just reaches out in your direction, Darren, and she says, "You're a very pretty little creature, aren't you?"
Bad touch, bad touch, bad touch.
Oh dear.
No joke, out of character. I fought against an Anisak. It crit the barbarian in my party while she was
Oh.
raging and KO'd her.
Shit. Yeah, these things are dangerous.
Mm.
Honestly, if anything, it's good that Darren's the one, because they can halve the damage at least. No joke, Darren actually has kind of the best chance to not die immediately. So what now, Mel?
That's my turn.
Am I getting hit or no?
It's not our turn yet to hit you.
Because I've
Cool.
I've done my action and my bonus action, so that's me done. fairly sure.
Mm-hmm. So the red caps. So you see the red caps that were surrounding the Ennis Hag, and you just hear one of them say, "My queen," and they just start following her. Is this gonna kill the horse? This might actually kill the horse. They move quite slowly. I know that much. Oh no, they're probably gonna kill this horse. Oh, wait. No, honestly. You actually see as they're running, she just points out so you guys can just say, "Leave the horse alone for now. We can eat it later." And this red cap's like, "Yes, my queen," as it just runs towards you guys.
Wonderful.
And dashes to be within melee range. And Aldane, you see this red cap immediately in front of you, and you just notice it's dual wielding a sickle and a hammer.
Yep, that's why you wanted the Russian national anthem.
And this one dashes in.
That's why you wanted that. That makes sense now.
About there. Oh,
I'm pretty sure the Russian national anthem is public domain, isn't it?
We had this whole discussion before.
We had this discussion. The OG like music was done in somewhere in the 1930s, so it probably would be okay. But the current lyrics were added in 2000, and let's be real. Does anyone believe Russia is gonna be kind on this kind of thing?
No.
Do you think Russia even cares about us?
I'm literally doing a joke about the red sickle and hammer, like.
I'm a communist, by the way.
Communist Faye. And so then the red cap, seeing them two, just says, "I want the big boy," and just runs in and starts to like. He actually runs to kick the cleric. As he watches it, just jumps in for a drop kick. The target must succeed on a dex save. She passes. You just watch as it like tries to drop kick her, and it just jumps too early and just hits the floor on top of the corpse of its friend, and then quickly gets up as if like nothing happened.
We all saw that.
And then the one that's in between the paladin and Zaros goes to attack Zaros. That's a 19. That'll hit Zara. For... Wait. Did I do the right damage die? No, I didn't. Good thing I didn't actually sort that out yet.
So that's the last time I can do that today.
So he watches the red cap between Zaros and the paladin just sinks its sickle right into Zaros's like calf, and then pulls out as he just screams in pain. You can tell he's clearly not in like too much pain, but it still hurts. So he deals that much, and then he just watches the red cap goes in for another sickle. That misses. And then you think it's over, don't you? But then it makes a third attack. And gets a nat 9. Nice. Misses. The other red cap, that's opposing Zaros for the flank, makes 3 attacks. That hits him with an 18. For 3 damage, Zaros. And then it makes another attack. Hits for 12 damage as it dealt max. And then... yeah. And then finally, the other red cap that's opposing Zaros with flanking hits. And then second attack hits. Second attack misses. So in total, Zaros takes 18 points of damage from that of one at the top right.
How is Zaros looking?
Still pretty healthy. Comparatively, he does look like he sustained quite a bit of damage. Just because of, like, the earlier fight.
Yeah.
But it looks
He
like
has
it's
kind
been
of
at
a
this for a bit.
juggernaut, though.
Yeah. Now it's Zaros' turn. So, so he just watches his body burst into red aura, and you watch as the ground almost looks like it's replaced with hot coals for like a brief second, as all the red caps scream in pain, as you just smell burning flesh and blood. And you watch as the corpse that was below the red cap that got murked is cooking even more. And then he goes in for the attacks. As he attacks the one that's opposing him in the paladin. This will be a public roll. Dealing... Actually, I need to make the roll. That'll hit. For that much damage. And then he goes for a second attack. So, he just watches, he smashes the axe straight into the middle of the the red cap's skull. Lifts it off the ground while he lifts the axe for the second attack. And then brings it back down again. Almost like a woodcutter chopping like a log in half. And then splits it down the middle as it is dead. And that's Zaris' turn. Seamus, you have a red cap immediately in front of you. What do you do?
Shouldn't Rua be going before Seamus?
Oh yeah, you should.
Oh yeah,
Ignore
Rua
me.
should be going before me.
So, Rua does what he does best. Activates his arms of the astral cell. Which then hit both the red caps that are immediately near you guys, and the Anis Hag. So both the red caps fail. Which means they take 2d6 force damage. They both take 4 damage. And what does the hag get? The hag fails. And she takes 10 damage as she just screams in pain. Oh shit, I nearly gave her... Oh, that would have been bad. What? I always forget. I just need to check some act. What languages do people know on an unrelated note?
Common, Elvish, and Giant.
Elven, Common, Primordial.
Common, Elvish, Kenku, Dwarvish.
Common, Elvish, Infernal, Draconic, and Orcish.
So some of you, well, you hear this, but most of you can't really, like,
Understand it?
yeah, there's a few words that you similarly hear, but it seems to be in a language that none of you can properly understand. As you look straight at Rua. And then Rua says, I can see you too, bitch! as he pulls back his fist and reaches out with an unarmed strike. Actually, he can't even reach her. Or he can't properly reach her anyway. Actually, wait, no. She's too far, so she doesn't even take that damage. Ignore me. You don't hear anything. But she still says something. It's just a different thing completely. So what he does do is he gets out of the cart on this side, because he just looks at you guys and says, Seamus and Felix need my help more than you two do. Sorry, Dara and Aldane.
No worries.
And he
It's
moves
fine.
around to swing his Moonblade with advantage. Advantage. Getting 8 slashing damage. Well, that was a min roll. And then rolls again. Hits. Max damage.
And it's dead.
Peaks and valleys. So 25 damage to that one red cap. It's still going though, but it looks
Okay.
very weak. Did not appreciate that. And that is Rua's turn.
So
Seamus.
Seamus is gonna cast Shatter right here. So it's gonna hit both the red caps and the hag.
Sexy. Roll it, my dude.
Let's cast that baby at 3rd level.
Oh. That's actually not good
Shit
at all
rolls,
that
though.
damage. But, hey.
I never get good damage on Shatter for whatever reason.
So I have to make con saves, yes.
Yep.
Red caps get a plus that much to the roll. They both fail. So they take the 15 damage. The red cap closer to Aldane, which has been hurt first, did not appreciate it. And then the one at the back, who's not been hurt, still doesn't appreciate it though. And the hag, what does she roll? Let us see. She crit. Succeed. So she only takes half damage.
Shit.
Which is 7, but not bad.
Well, then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna use my bonus action to dagger the red cap that's between me and Rua.
Okay. That hits. You nick it across the cheek. Are you staying still then?
Well, if I move anywhere, it's gonna kind of cause an opportunity attack unless I want to do more flanking, but
I
we're
mean-
already in flanking, so.
Yeah, fair dues. Daron.
Am I in her range?
Not yet.
No, 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 no. I go here. And I do bonus action, insightful fighting.
On whom?
The hag.
Ah. It passed.
Alright, well,
And she just chuckles and says, "You're a feisty one. How cute."
oh god, bad touch. Isolation on the thing in front of me.
Alright. 14 hits.
Great, I'll take it.
And it's dead. As it turns to look at you, brandishing its hammer and sickle, it's just about to scream something as you just stab it right in between its face. And it lies there dead.
I grab its sickle.
I'd say you won't be able to with the turns that you have. You'd be able to
Okay.
pick it up later. I'm just
Okay.
moving it over here so I can actually put the fucking X in it. There we go. Is that it?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Aldane.
Oh, well. Alright. Will I provoke an attack of opportunity if I go this way?
No?
Cool, I'm gonna engage the hag then.
But you're supposed to be casting Oriana.
I'm going to combat against the hag then.
I know what you mean, yeah.
So I'm going to first cast Divine Favor on my sword.
Okay.
And then I'm going to slash at the hag.
Do it. As you go to swing, she just backhands your attack before you can even get any momentum.
Alright, try again.
You do it again, and then she just pushes you in the chest, and wins you a bit, and she just grins.
So
You can see all of her rotten teeth.
at minimum, her 8. 14. Oh boy.
Tristina's turn. As she's taking the shot, she just says, "You guys alright over there with the big lady?"
We'll be okay.
For a few minutes anyways.
Good. As she just takes another shot and fires, hitting the red cap as she tags that with her ability. Dealing 10 damage, 15 damage. Did not like that. And then she goes for a second shot. And pew. Wow, 11 damage. She's fucking like, this other red cap is not looking too great now. Now the soldiers, the paladin moves in and just yells out, "I'm not letting these get any further," as he swings his sword and attacks.
Part of me just wants to be like, you should probably just let them get much further,
Hitting with a 25.
or not. He can do his L.
Minimum damage, however, which is why he's going to do another level 1 smite for 12 damage, making it 16 total. The red cap did not appreciate that. Go
I can
figure.
imagine. It's a wonder.
And then he goes
Just-
for... What's that again?
I was gonna say, just once I'd like to meet an enemy who did appreciate us killing them.
And then he goes for the second attack. That's another 25. 2. He'll conserve his spells though. Wait, 2. That should be a 5. But yeah, still. Doing numbers. The rogue will make a pot shot at the red cap that is currently being shot by Tristina and dealing with the cleric. And he crits. Wow. So that is 8 points of damage just on the longbow. The fucking crossbow. And 26. That was very much overkill with the sneaking. So that one's dead. And then he just says to Tristina, "That's 3-2 now, if I'm correct, Tristina." And she says, "Fuck off." The cleric, seeing that it's her quarry is now dealt with, is going to move up and just Sacred Flame this red cap. Has to make a dex save. Gets an 11. Failure. takes 8 radiant damage. Does not like that. And yeah, that's their turns. So the hag just looks to you, Aldane, and says, "Oh, you're also pretty, boy. You remind me of my child. Give me a... Come here!" And she just makes an attack. You're considered overwhelmed, Aldane, because of the amount of enemies around you. So...
Jen, are you okay? You've been breathing a bit heavily.
Huh?
Or hearing breathing. I'm hearing breathing through your mic. You okay, dude?
Sorry, my thing was probably too low.
Ah.
So yeah, she just says, "Give Granny a kiss," as she goes for a bite with advantage.
Nope.
Oh shit, this bite could actually do some numbers. Actually, all of these attacks could do some numbers. Fuck. That is a... that is a 24.
Fuck.
So
That'll hit.
So this is 3d6 plus 5.
Fuck.
10 piercing damage, actually low rolls. And then she makes 2 claw attack. That's a 25.
That hits.
As she deals 15 slashing damage.
Ow.
And that is 27.
Also hits.
13 slashing damage. So you need to make 3 Constitution saving throws to keep Divine Favor.
Nope.
You drop it after the second hit.
Yep.
How are you looking after them attacks?
I have less than half my health.
Oh well. And then she just looks at the 2 red caps and says, "You can deal with this young man, can't you? Well, I deal with him." And she just lumbers away, moving surprisingly fast.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do.
See if this actually hits.
Just hits.
Yes.
Wow, that was good.
11 damage.
Oh, 11, pretty good. She just winces and just says, "Oh, I like a man who's feisty, but not right now, my boy." You do notice, though, as she looks, as Seamus, Felix, and Dayron, as she looks to Rua, there's a surprising amount of malice compared to how she's looking at the rest of you.
It's funny you say malice.
Felix, I'll allow you a free insight check
Okay.
if you want to discern why she might be feeling so pissed off at Rua.
I mean, I have my suspicions, but I'll go for the inside as well. Did not go well.
Maybe it's the fact that he has the Moonblade? Maybe because he hurt her? Maybe he said, because he was a bad kid and, like, said rude stuff at her? No clue. You get your full turn, though.
Yep. Let's see. I'm going to... Yeah, it's just instantaneous. Hook a chromatic orb at this one.
You do it. Misses, I'm afraid. You just make a hole in the floor by its feet, and it just chuckles at you. Now what?
I'm thinking... I don't especially want to be there, but there's not a lot of room for me to move.
You can move, like, backwards off the map. If you give me a second, I can extend the map for you. Wait. There you go. If you wanted to, like, move back, you feasibly could.
Yeah. Actually,
There's nothing saying that you're confined to just the square that you're in. It's not one of those sorts of areas.
snap to center. Moving there would put me within 30 feet of the hag, right? Just in case.
Yeah, if you wanted to go exactly in that spot.
I would.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
So, the red caps, so Aldane. The one that's near you, to the top left, is moving into flank. And begins to go sicko mode on you.
Oh boy.
That is... What's that one? That's 21.
God damn.
Red caps don't fuck around. That is 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm getting my ass kicked here.
You're the tank, you're doing your job.
You know what tanks need? Healing.
I mean, you're a tank that can heal themselves.
True.
16 doesn't hit, does it?
Nope.
That's a 21.
How the hell are all these guys getting above a 20?
They have 3 attacks. And they're rolling with advantage. That
Okay.
is 8 points of damage as it just slashes at you again. So the red cap that's above you is going to... Actually, how much room does it have? If it wanted to do like... Yeah, it's going to do that. So it breaks away from you, Aldane, provoking.
Attack of opportunity.
Actually, no, you can't, because you've already used your reaction. You missed anyway.
Yeah.
So the red cap moves away, and then sees you, Felix, and goes for a drop kick.
Great.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I should, in theory, be good at this. Yay!
So it's about to drop kick you, and again, just like the other one, it jumps way too early and just lands on the floor, and then pulls itself up. And just looks really sad that it failed. The other 2 red caps, the one that's with the cleric is going to actually attack the cleric. That's an 18, which will hit her, dealing 8 damage to her. Does another attack, 22, which will hit. Does 11 damage. And then another attack, which misses. She doesn't look too good, the cleric, the blue dot one. You can see all of them, apart from like Tristina and the rogue that's in the tree. All of the others have been quite heavily damaged.
There's not much we can really do from here. We're kind of done with our shit right now as well.
And the red cap that's with the paladin is going to just focus on Zaras. That misses. That misses, and that's a crit. Dealing 18 damage. Which thankfully Zaras is able to shrug off with his rage. That's their turn. Zaras does his thing, which then hurts the red caps by a little bit more. And then he goes in for the attack, hitting the one that's dealing with the cleric, because, you know, save the healer.
Mm-hmm.
That'll definitely hit. And he's going to channel a Searing Smite into this. Because he can. Dealing that much. No, he's actually going to do a Branding Smite. So now the red cap must make... Oh, so he just deals 2d6 onto it anyway. Dealing... Wow, that was shit. But it still hurt. And that's the effect. So now it needs to make a... yeah. And now the red cap is just glowing like a disco ball, especially with all the metal that's on it. And then Zaris goes for the second attack on it. And that hit. Wow, that's a lot. That red cap is dead.
Cool.
And that's his turn. Brewer looks to the Anis Hag and just goes to move around. Excuse me. He moves around in place and then goes for a swing with his longsword and a 1. That hits. Minimum damage. And a 2. Maximum damage. What is with Rua today?
Dunno.
It's just peaks and valleys. So that's 25. And then he is going to do patient defense. So any attack against him has disadvantage. Because, you know, why should he have to take any attacks? Seamus, it is your turn.
Finally, okay.
There's 2 red caps still remaining near you, and the hag. What do?
Yeah, I'm gonna blast the red caps. I'm gonna start with the one that's by Felix.
Go for it.
See if I can one-shot him real quick with a little bit of a.
Does not hit.
Well, I'm just gonna blast the same one again then.
That does hit.
Fuck!
Not even close.
I
Still
hate
damage. But yeah.
I hate it. I'm getting shit for dick damage rolls.
You doing anything else?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on, I need to check something on the. Okay, good. I'm gonna move here. Oh, over
You
here.
can move further in the car, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here so that Felix can get flanking his next turn. I just wanted to make sure he was going before the red cap was going.
Daron.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to essentially do a drive-by on the hag, run down here.
Attack. Yeah.
This
Does not hit.
and then bonus action disengage.
Sadly, it has Sentinel, so it can still hit you while you're disengaging. I'm joking. Giga Chad Hag. No.
Giga Hag?
Mm.
Well,
Oh no, wait, hold on. Daron, you're gonna want to go right here
It's
so
up
that
to him.
Aldane can get flanking, right?
I mean, it's up to them. I mean, Aldane's got his situation pretty covered.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the flanking, but it's up to Daron.
I mean, if you're not a pussy, you don't need it. No, it's fine.
Like
Yep.
I said, I don't need it, but I don't mind having it.
Aldane, speaking of you, it is your turn.
Time for some stabby on the munchkin.
Hits.
Excellent.
Wow, that was bad.
Well, I have 2 attacks, so
That does hit.
that's 15 total damage.
That's a good amount. The red cap does not look very happy. Justina, let me see that ability. 'Cause I'm sure it's 30 feet. Yes, it is. And this red cap is more than 30 feet, which is why she is going to take the time to climb down the tree, which will take up about, I'm going to say 10 feet of movement. This isn't the ability I'm looking for.
I'm not gonna say it.
What? What were you not going to say?
These are not the droids we're looking for.
Oh, no. Nice. Oh yeah, because she does gain a climb speed. I couldn't remember if she had that yet. She has 35 feet of movement because she's using Tasha's abilities. So she climbs down and then moves a little bit further out, tags the red cap and makes a shot. Misses. Fires again. Hits. 10 plus a d8. Oh, that's so close. She magic pixeled it.
That's a big rip.
You hate to see it, but yeah. It is on like, literally, a tickle could probably... Fucking Seamus's last Eldritch Blast roll could kill it.
Dang.
The NPCs, the cleric is going to force this red cap to make a dex save. Which it fails, and is dead. It literally had 2 HP. The cleric's lowest roll with Sacred Flame could kill it. The rogue is going to make a shot. Actually, how far is that shot? 80. Yeah, they're still going to take the shot and try and hit the hag. And misses completely. The druid is just going to hang back and tend to the horses. Just seeing that you guys have got it handled. And also they don't want to sort of get into any more injuries. The druid does look quite wounded. The paladin is going to dash in. And stand over with you guys. And then, yeah, that's their turns. So now the hag is with Rua. And you guys just watch as the hag brings her arms out wide and goes in for a hug. Wow. That's incredibly unlucky for he still gets hit, even with disadvantage.
Oh, that's shite.
So, to give you an idea, the crushing hug from a Anis hag is 9d6 damage.
Fuck.
Arua takes 37 bludgeoning damage.
Yep, that would have downed me.
As you just hear him scream in agony, and you hear a loud crunch come from him.
Yikes, no.
It's like watching Gohan when he was being bear hugged by Cell.
Ow.
And yeah, he's still going, He's still trucking on. But I mean, at that point, would you really want to keep trucking on?
No. Does that sound like anyone's idea of a good time?
And you all continue to hear her speak in a language that you can't understand. As now Rubert is grappled. And in fact, she actually just begins to take Rue away, moving. As she begins to move, just 40 feet this way, off the map, pretty much.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Felix.
Can we still see the hag?
Yeah, she literally is like 15 feet more away from the area. I'm just not extending the map by another like extra feet because at that point it's like
Yeah.
she's in range. What do you do, Felix? I will say, don't forget, if you make a ranged attack while another enemy is within melee, you have disadvantage.
Right. That. Sort of makes my decision for me, doesn't it? Well.
It's just so you don't waste your thing, because it is a rule that you should remember.
Yeah.
I'm saying you should remember, but just one to keep in mind because it's easy to forget.
Yes, it is. I both trust Rua to be able to get out and the others to be able to follow. And I have a red cap shining their shoes in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Shadow Blade and start a swinging.
Wow, okay. Do it, my guy.
I mean, yes, I'm going to, cast a ranged attack from 5 feet away.
Do it. Do it, no balls. That misses.
Now it's the end of my turn.
So the last two remaining red caps. The one that's engaged with the Paladin, Aldane, and Dayron is going to just keep hitting Aldane because he's been focused on Aldane. He's going to go one last case of Sicko Mode with its 3 attacks. That's a 23.
That'll hit.
That's 9 points of damage.
I am magic pixeled right now.
16.
That misses.
Flat 20.
That still hits, and I am down.
As you are stabbed right in the side as he pulls out, gushing in your blood, cackling and just dancing around.
Fuck.
And then he just looks behind himself. Is like, oh shit. And gets to see you, Dayron.
Hi.
And then Felix.
Yes.
The red cap makes an attack against you.
Shock.
15.
Misses.
11.
Misses.
17.
Matches.
That's 9 points of slashing damage. Make a con save.
Oh yeah, because of Shadow Blade.
Yep. No, it's dipped in poison actually. And you pass.
Yay! I get to keep my Shadow Blade.
If that had been a nat 7, you'd have lost it.
I know.
already.
Which would have been a full-on rip situation.
Zaros begins to rush in. Zaros just fucking schmoves. He's going to dash and chase after Rura and them. But they
Smart.
are considered partially off the map, so he isn't actually within range. Rura is currently grappled, or he would be, except Rura can teleport.
Right, that's kind of why I wasn't worried.
And so he literally just teleports pretty much in place, but out of the grip.
Go on, we got background stuff on you.
Yeah. Let me do that because I need to get rid of that. Yeah. So then he makes the attack against the hag with his blade. That actually misses. Or it would, except Painter's Inspiration.
Yay,
D8.
it was useful.
D8, right, Mil?
D8 is indeed correct.
That hits. For that much. And then Rua goes again. Misses, sadly, and he can't do anything to make that hit. But then he's going to spend another key point to do Flurry of Blows. As he just punches and punches and punches. And a 1 misses. And a 2 also misses. Yeah. That's it. That's his turn. Seamus.
Alrighty.
What do you do?
Can't believe this fool's still alive, so I'm just gonna stab him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find. There it is.
Hits. Okay. Yeah.
Still up.
Not even. You're getting closer.
Bonus action dagger. Crit.
Nice. You probably won't kill it.
Oh my god!
Also, because it's a offhand attack, you don't get the modifiers, right? Again?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's only 3.
only, yeah, it's only 3 damage.
That's so fucked up.
Uh,
My damage rolls are so shit.
That's what happens when you dump Dex, sadly. I mean, it's not your fault, you're new to the game, and hey, considering the other contributions Seamus has made, dealing a bit of scratch damage here and there is like the least of your worries.
True. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just leave it there. Would hate to leave an opportunity attack.
You just see as the red cap is just chuckling at you and just smiles.
You're lucky Felix is right behind you and I'm not using Thunder Wave.
Dayron.
Bonus action aim hit with isolation.
Okay. Hits.
23 points of damage.
I mean, the normal attack actually would have killed it. It only had 10 HP.
I just go, bye, as I cut off its legs.
Nice. As it lies there dead.
And then I start running. I run to Aldane. For flavor.
I'm gonna say you've used all of your turns.
Yeah.
Aldane, give me a death save.
Lucky day.
Nat 20. Come on, be a Chad.
Nat 1.
Be the
Oh,
Chad.
yeah.
Give me
That
be
was-
a Giga Chad. Give me a Nat 20, Aldane.
Oh!
That's not a Nat 20, but you still pass.
That's right. You
What-
get your fucking aura of protection on the death saves. Do you?
I don't know if it actually works on death saves.
It does.
Nope.
Let me check.
I think it only works on my death saves, not
You
on
must
other
be
people's, so.
you must be conscious. to
Yeah,
grant
well,
this
no, it's
bonus.
the other way around. It works on everybody
No.
else's death saves,
Yeah,
but not
you need-
yours.
You must be conscious to grant this bonus. So he still passes,
Yeah.
but he can't gain bonuses to death saves while he is
Unconscious.
for his own.
yeah.
He's not a monk, which actually gets that ability for themselves. But yeah, Tristina's turn. She is going to move in 35 feet, sees a red cat all the way in the distance, and just says, "Geez, I can't believe you guys are still struggling." As she does a backflip and takes a shot for style and hits. And it's
I feel like I should regret
He's
that.
dead. Just backflip shots at yeah for style.
I feel like I should be mad about this.
He just backflip shots, gets over your shoulder, Daron, gets over your shoulder, Seamus, and just stabs it right in the face, and it dies with the arrow.
Wow. Thanks, Justina. You already know that combat's not my forte.
And then she just walks back. Well, she begins to walk back because she used most of her movement. The paladin walks over to you, Aldane, and dumps. You gain 15 HP back.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
now conscious. You're awake. You're in pain. You see some more red caps. The hag is going to try and bear hug Rura again. Oh no. So all of you hear a sickening crunch, and you don't even hear Rua scream as she crits him. 18 D6.
Wait,
Oh,
where are
he's
you?
out.
Oh, wow, they're way off screen.
61 points of damage.
He's
that would've-
unconscious.
That would have KO'd Rua even if he was at max HP.
Doesn't outright kill him though, right?
Sure.
I wouldn't
As far as
think
you
so.
know. No. I'm gonna say, I'm sure that rule anyway is like homebrew or house rule.
If I recall correctly, the rule is, or the rule du jour anyways, is that it only instant kills if it's more than twice max HP. Or something to that effect.
Yeah, that's correct.
Massive damage can kill you instantly. When damage reduces you to 0 HP and there is damage remaining, you die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum.
So yeah, the overall damage has to double the amount
Yeah.
of max HP.
But yeah. And Felix, you see Rua bent in a direction that you shouldn't be.
Is Aldane back up?
Yeah, he's
I'm
back
awake.
up. You can move forward and you can hit her with Shadow Blade if you threw it.
Good point. I can throw Shadow Blade.
Yeah, you plonk. You did that earlier in the fucking, like...
I know. I'm just.
You can move in. Again, the hag is off screen, so...
Yeah.
You
But
can
is
still
that
move in and
distance
reach.
somewhat accurate? Is that distance somewhat accurate?
No.
Oh, it's not accurate. Okay.
Again, you can still move...
Why
off-
even make the map if the battle's happening off of the map?
Because I didn't expect you guys to still be just, like, within there. But it's fine, it's my own fault. But whatever.
Then I will move so that I'm within 60 feet.
You can still make the throw, don't worry. And because of the foliage as well, I'd say you'd have advantage for the attack.
And then yes, I will hook it. Hook
Do it, my guy.
hard.
Yeah, you hit.
14
Wow.
psychic damage.
That was actually quite low overall, but still good damage. She did not appreciate that.
Hmm.
Now it is, well, all the red caps are dead. Zaris' turn. As he moves in. And you see him walk forward, and his axe is wreathed in fire. As he goes for the attack, recklessly, she actually just backhands him. If that was a crit, that would have been such a Chad move. And then he goes again, recklessly, and searingly smiting this hit. She's dead anyway, but still would have done it, and he deals that much. The 3 should not be there, I forgot to say that. But you rolled max damage on both dice. As he just smashes her to pieces, and she just blows up in flame. And you just hear her scream out. In common this time. And you just hear her say, "I am Mildred Blackroot, and my sisters will hear of this. You will all soon die!" As she just crumples into a pile of ash. As combat is over, let me
Go.
Heal
Let's
Rua.
as combat
Someone
is
heal
over,
Rua.
Room is
I
Yeah,
go
I was
over to
gonna say,
Cora.
can I real quick like cast healing word on him?
I'm just gonna make one death save for him before you do anything. Oh, doesn't matter.
Oh, he's dead.
So you actually just hear him cough up. So what happens is as you all approach, you actually see him wake up. Mill, if you want to go back to the last one we used, Lost Frontier.
Okay.
You all begin to see Rua as he's just laying on the floor. He looks like he's crippled. Like, the kind of back wound, the wound that's been done to him, he should not walk again. But you watch as he's lay there, and all of you actually begin to see the astral self form around his body. And you hear a loud crunch, and you actually see as his spine looks like it's being forced back into place by the astral self. And like he is screaming bloody murder. Like he is in a lot of pain. And it's not as if the astral self's arms are moving to fix it. It's just like he's basically, think of it like he's being forced into a cast. As if the cast itself is breaking his like back to put him in the cast anyway. And you just watch as by the end of it he's just like panting.
That's
then the
me
actual self-
casting healing word for him.
As the astral self just vanishes and he just lay there on the floor with now not a broken back. With 1 HP anyway, because that's what happens when you crit on a death save.
Yeah. And I cast healing word on Rua.
Thanks.
It's not much, but I figured I'd do what I could.
It's fine. And you just see Zaros basically hoist him over his shoulder and walk over. As you all get back over. And yeah, it's just quiet.
Apologies, we could not get here sooner. We came as soon as we could.
It's fine. You got here as quick as you did, we understand. The whole point was that you were supposed to be ahead of us. But we do appreciate you coming back anyway. That means enough. We couldn't
Not gonna
save
leave you-
everyone, but we got most of us out.
We're not gonna leave you to die, Zaris.
Yeah, it's fine. For now, how about you bring the horse over this way, and we'll decide the plan of action next.
Yeah. Ruin needs some healing, needs some time anyway.
We all need time. And so, you watch as the rogue jumps down, and they are in fact actually a winged Aarakocra, an owl Aarakocra. They just gracefully jump down, and they actually fly over, and just hold out a box of like healing potions. You all can use 1 healing potion each if you'd like one now.
I give mine to Aldane or to Rua, whoever needs it.
I'm gonna give mine to Rua. If
Rua
I
is
just
14
am
out of
receiving
50.
one.
Rua's 14 out of 50 HP.
Yeah, definitely giving mine to Rua.
I didn't get hit, so
Neither
whoever
did I.
needs.
I think I could use a potion or two.
This is what Rua's using, from the one Seamus gave him. He's already looking
I'm-
better. He's now 22 out of 50. You are probably going to be resting, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The horses get brought in and just get placed over here for now. Just because, it's easier to bring them all together.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the sickle from one of the red caps.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, a lot of the sickles are just very, rusted with blood. Like, a lot of the blades have just been caked in blood so much, it's more that they're supposed to, shred skin because of how they're rusted to maximize as much blood yield as they can get.
That's fair. I just wanted to have one. It's like a trophy.
Fair dues. You now have one red cap sickle. You can use it if you want.
What's the... I'm gonna look into the tags for it in a little while.
It is 1d4 slashing, light weapon as well.
Okay, cool.
And it's £2. You should be able to just put it in the Roll20 thing.
Okay.
Because it should be in the compendium. Yeah, as you all make your way over to where the others are. I'll bring the horse in for you as you guys can move yourselves around.
Well, Dan, are you okay?
Yep.
The paladin that's with you actually helps you over.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's all good. I'm happy to help a hero like you.
Oh, thanks.
As it stands, the druid's mostly just tending to the horses, making sure they're all calm and content.
Apparently, these came from the Fey Carnival.
Zaris nods. Would make sense. Anytime a bunch of Fey come for the market, it always ends up destabilizing the planes anyway. And Tristina actually puts up hand. Yeah, as someone who's actually looked into it, it seems like the boundary between this plane and the Feywild was especially weak. Which then caused, of course, the redcaps to all appear with that hag.
Right. We should be wary of a future encounter with her sisters.
Yep.
From what it's worth, because Tristina does actually reveal that she has this ability, I can tell any portals, their location within a mile. I can't sense anything. And I couldn't sense anything yesterday either.
Yeah, so this is a much later problem for us.
My only thing is that I'm glad these redcaps and the hag didn't deal with all the Tarask creatures that seem to be knocking about lately.
Shame.
I can't imagine anything like an Anis hag boosted with Tarask power would be a good thing to deal with. Imagine
That would
something
be
like
horrifying.
that. Imagine something like that having a Tarask's magical resistance.
No, thank you.
Exactly. Zaris actually looks to you, Aldane and Daeron, and just says, if you'd be interested and be willing, I feel like we should all actually just stick together.
I agree.
We'll take the boat. We'll take the boat. We'll take the boat route to the neutral point. It's the fastest of the two routes, and this way, if anything happens like this again, we're all together.
Yeah.
Safety
plan-
numbers.
Yeah, the plan hinged on us on us having max forces, but that's gone now, so.
We're already down 2 good people, and they were some of our best fighters amongst the group.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologise, it's not like you killed them. No, the Anis Hag and the Redcaps are to blame.
For sure.
The problem with these fake creatures, they think they own the place. Whatever, they're dead now. I don't think anyone will miss these things anyway.
Did you
No,
not hear the
not-
hag? It seemed like they were fairly sure something would miss them.
Yes, but well, would anyone miss those hags?
I don't know enough about hag society to really say
As
whether.
far as you know, as far as you know, if all the hags in the coven are dead, no one would genuinely miss them, unless a bigger force was manipulating those hags. And even then, like, if someone's capable enough of being able to manipulate hags in a coven,
Hmm.
it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal to them because they probably have other things.
Yeah.
all we need to be worried about is whether or not what's his face wants to play nice with the hags.
Rua just starts speaking, just says, I'll send Akira to look into it. The Fae, some Fae do and some Fae don't like him. From what I've heard from him, he knows one of the highest ranking Fae that typically frequents the market. So he has connections to be able to look into this more.
Okay, sounds good. Rua, how are you faring? How's your back?
I'm in agony. It feels like I can't move my back, and right now my legs physically aren't working.
Cool.
I'm not crippled, but right now they've like I've got pins and needles below the waist.
Right. Hopefully, we can get this sorted. We can get that fixed.
I just didn't expect that to happen with my astral self. It's never done anything on its own before. And he just starts moving his body, and you actually hear multiple cracks from his back. You know, like when you do your neck or roll your
Yep.
wrists.
Mm-hmm.
You alright, Seamus?
A little stiff, but you know, nothing a good hit from an enemy couldn't solve.
I
Didn't
could-
take any last time about.
I could hit you.
Stina does actually speak up and say, I didn't really get to hear much from the hag fighting you guys, but I could hear it say something earlier on. I believe it was speaking in Sylvan.
That would track.
She's going to make a roll to see if she can remember how much amidst the chaos. Pretty well, actually.
Mm.
So she still doesn't get a full picture because that was the point anyway, but she gets a vague idea of what was roughly said.
Yeah.
And she says, I think I heard it saying something about the spot, like the second coming of the Omni, the All.
That does not sound good.
All of you can give me, if you want, who are proficient, I will say, a history check.
Nope, not me.
Nope.
Yes,
I
I
think
actually
I'm
do have
proficient.
proficiency in history. I finally get to use it, and I fucked up.
Well,
You know, do you have it, Aldane?
I do in fact have history proficiency.
Roll it, my dude. Rua's also
bad.
gonna roll. So as far as you can tell, Aldane, you have heard stories about a being in elf society called the All, or the Omni. And they are supposed to effectively be like... They were originally like the ancient, like, leader of elf society. Effectively like the Gilgamesh of like ancient Fae and elven culture.
Oh wow.
Apparently, you also remember hearing a story of the Omni also having the original dragon as its friend.
Bahamut?
You don't know. as far as you know, the original ancient dragon is Pludral, the god of the dragons / god of balance. And Rua just says, from what I remember my father telling me as well, the Omni is supposed to be an elf that comprises of most or all of every form of elf in one. And I am 1/4 of 4 different elves. Yeah. He also does go on to say, my dad told me when he actually first got this sword that, and from what I've heard vaguely from bits of the sword, the people who used to use it, apparently this sword was actually used by the original Omni Elf or Omni Fae. But they don't know the name of the being. Yeah. That's just... Rua just finishes talking after that.
Yet another thing to worry about.
Well, Zaris places Rua down just to let him rest and just says, I'll give the perimeter a check if anyone wants to come with me while you guys set up camp.
Look at Darren.
I'll do that.
He actually looks to you, Seamus, as well. Seamus, and you, Felix. You
I'll
both,
go with.
all
Sure.
3 of you got off pretty lightly in that fight, right?
For the
Yeah,
most part.
I mean, I
You 3
suppose.
come with
used
me.
up some spell slots, but yeah.
You can still come with me then. And he basically takes you, Daron, Seamus, and Felix with him to look around the area and do perimeter checks for now.
Right. I mean, I suggested Darren because they're the best at perception, but...
Yeah, he wants all 3 of you though.
I'm
Alright.
pretty good at perception, so I can see why.
All of you give me 3 perception checks each. First you do 3, Felix.
Oh, sorry, I clicked mine.
How dare! It's fine.
This is
Okay.
why I didn't want to come.
It's fine. Okay, and then... Yeah, and then you finish it off, Daron.
Alright, I'll just do 2 because I had the first one.
And then Zaris will
Damn.
do 3 perception checks. This is why Zaris asked you guys to come with him. Even though he's proficient, he is not, like, on your level... Well, on Seamus and Felix.
Yeah, he's got a better
Daron.
perception score than I do.
Yeah, but you're an elf, and to him he expects every elf to have good perception. Not out of, like, racism, or just that they tend to... I mean, well, you've seen the other elves in the party.
No, he's just stereotyping us. That's fine.
And then there's me, who's just the fucking...
I mean, he knows you're, like, good at scouting anyway, Daron.
Like, that's just my whole bit.
So during the watch, you don't really see any other sightings of any, like, red caps or hags or any of the hostile creatures.
I swear to God, if we get back and Rue is being impaled by a bone claw again.
No.
No, this time it'll be me being impaled by a bone claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to mix it up somehow. If I'm going to use Death Claws, wow. Bone Claws more than once, I might as well mix it up with who's getting
No,
it
you've
next.
already used bone claws more than once.
And
That's true.
they're a good enemy.
That's the reason why I keep bringing them up.
I'm not a hack, I'm not going to use them anymore for a while. For the time being. And if I do, I'll probably throw 2 at you next time.
Joy of joys.
Yeah.
But anyway, as you get back, Aldane and Tristina and Rua are all sort of them guys, and just the other group anyway, sort of working to make a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
All the horses are grouped together, and yeah, it's just like a very quiet moment as you all get to like rest up for an hour. If all of you want to roll hit dice, you can. Seamus, you have Song of Rest, right?
Yes, sir.
You want to give that a roll?
Give me 1 sec to roll it, though.
It's fine.
Long rest.
Roll that d6.
And it's a D8, right?
I mean, you should know what your abilities are.
Oh, that's true. I should. I'm not very good at this.
You're not a gamer. You're a fake gamer.
Oh, it's. What is D8? It is D8. No.
Oh, is it?
No, it's D6. No, it's D6.
Oh yeah, you're not 9th level yet.
Yeah, not quite yet.
Level 9's gonna be crazy.
Not a whole lot, but that's
Everyone
something.
gets +2 on top of what they can roll.
My rolls have been trash today. I don't know what's going on. The D&D gods are not smiling on me today.
Before you all hit max, Tricina's actually going to give you all a good berry, which means you get +1 HP, but it also means you're full for the rest of the day.
Cool.
Just in case, you know, that +1 would get you to max, as you all can roll hit dice.
So
You're
just 1 hit point for a good berry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
No
really-
temporary hit points, right?
No, it's actual HP.
Yeah. No, I mean like no extra. Once
No,
you hit max.
It's just that good berry just heals you for 1 per
Hmm.
good berry.
Thought so.
There was
Just wanted to make sure.
There was a character in another campaign I've played in who was like NPC who was literally just the like Sage of Goodberries, and all he would do is just cast Goodberry, the spell.
Yeah, I mean, good berry's a fantastic spell. It never falls off, really. If you're in a especially like gritty, realistic campaign where the GM really goes all in about food, just spam Goodberry and you're good to go. Cast Goodberry once a day and you're all full for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And it's also good to like heal anyone who's KO'd. Right, so you're all rested. There's also
Can
gonna
we
be-
take a break for a little bit?
I was gonna say we can all take a break before we move
Yeah, I
on.
gotta take the dog for a walk, honestly.
Pretend.
Well, we're having a break. Enjoy.
Bet.
Who's still here?
I am.
I'll be right back.
It's all good. So, Mill, what did you think of the Ennis Hag?
I mean, I'm glad I didn't get bear hugged. 'Cause that crit wouldn't have necessarily killed me, but it would have come closer to killing me outright than I would have preferred.
Honestly, that hag rolled really shit. It
I
rolled
know,
a lot of
yeah.
It rolled a lot of 2s.
But you know, my like 2 times my max HP is 68,
Right.
so I would have been
God.
7 off dying.
But yeah, also red caps, when they do their drop kick move, that's
Mm-hmm.
3d10.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been fun either. Does it have a plus at all?
Let me check, I can't remember. I've already closed the red cap character sheet, so I don't remember it off the top of my head. Yes. +4. 3d10 +4.
So if it had
And-
gotten max
and you're-
damage, it could have
and
KO'd
you're-
me.
And you're knocked prone.
Yeah.
But if you're KO'd, you'd be prone,
Thrown
anyway.
anyway, yeah.
And yeah, also, yeah, While grappling, a red cap is considered to be medium, and heavy weapons don't impose disadvantage on attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have been really nasty and gave some of the red caps like two-handed weapons, but then
Yeah.
I would have had to do more effort to roll extra different types of damage, and that's way too much effort for fucking red caps. The Anis Hag was meant to be more of the bother,
Yeah.
and if the red caps are doing more crazier, scarier shit than the Anis Hag, then what's the point?
Yeah.
I was going to be a bitch and have the Anis Hag cast counterspell though. Also, yeah, the Anis Hag has resistance to cold, bludgeon, piercing, and slashing. That isn't magical.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, Anis Hags can move at 40 feet. That's why I was saying that she can schmoove, because, yeah, she's fast. She's faster than you.
Oh yeah. Easily.
Also, this is what I meant about, like, making things run snappier.
Mm.
So you just skip the crossroads segment of the thing,
Yeah.
because I realised, like, that'd just be awkward. And I'll be absolutely honest, there's not really much I could do in between
Yeah.
that, like, wouldn't just be really distracting from what you're actually trying to do. Like, there's nothing wrong with side quests along the way,
Mm.
but anything, like, actually worth it would have been its own, like, segment.
Yeah.
And, like, this will be, like, arguably sort of the next chapter of this long-running storyline with this cult.
Yeah.
And I sort of don't, not sort of, I don't want it to get in the way, really.
Mm.
Oh, no, by the way,
Yeah.
when you're looking at doing Mass Effect 2,
What, the podcast or playing the game?
yes. Mostly playing the game.
Playing the game, it will wait until we have finished Control. And honestly, we're not moving through it at that fast of a pace, as far as I know. I'm not sure how long of a game it is.
Honestly, if that's the case, 2 will probably take you a bit then.
Mm.
Because there's a lot of side missions.
Well, the issue with Control is that Fuzzy and I get talking, and then so that we don't break up our conversation, Fuzzy, like, stays outside of, like, plot rooms. So we're not interrupted by cutscenes.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure sort of how long it is. Be this one here.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, what's it called as well? With honestly, the only thing that I'd probably say when it comes to Mass Effect, when you do get round to it,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say save quite frequently with 2,
Okay.
because in between missions as well, while you're actually doing them,
Yeah.
because there's like hackable bits,
Yeah.
and it doesn't pause the gameplay. So if you get shot while you're trying to hack something, you just permanently lose that item or thing.
Oh, is it literally you can only try once?
As well, that's
Ooh.
the thing. So if you fail it as well, you lose that thing,
Ooh.
and it can permanently lock you out of some bits.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'd argue Mass Effect 2 is the game where you really need to be sort of tight with your funds.
Right.
Like, you can afford to buy everything in the game,
Yeah.
but the problem is that there's things that can get in the way of that then
Mhm.
will mean you miss out on upgrades that you otherwise might really want.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's some things that you actually do need to get,
Yeah.
only just for the sake of making the game more easier and fun for yourself.
Don't worry, we have no opposition to looking up things to make life easier for ourselves.
It's more just like actually being able to get some of the cooler weapons and shit.
Yeah.
What class is your Shepherd?
Vanguard? Yeah.
Vanguard, yeah. Because there's some really good armor pieces in 2 and 3
Mm-hmm.
that, like, or just sets that you can get, like armor, that's fantastic for Vanguard.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, try and save frequently, especially because in Mass Effect 2 there's the interrupts. And some of the interrupts are just so good. Anything else? Oh yeah, I'm looking at probably getting Reaper at some point soon-ish. Fredo. I've heard things about it.
It's good.
It's a very
Honestly,
good book.
Honestly, considering I wasn't a big fan of Winter Steel, I'll probably end up really liking Reaper, I've heard. I still don't even think Winter Steel was bad. It's just, I actually much preferred Bloodline.
Interesting, because I couldn't do Bloodline at all.
Honestly, Bloodline's probably my second favorite book.
First being Ghostwater?
Yeah, I fucking love Ghostwater.
Ghostwater was very good.
I am a Ghostwater stan.
I mean,
I don't think it's the best,
Yeah.
but it's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I will reveal this. Fuzzy said Reaper was his favorite of the series. Now,
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm
I
looking forward to
personally have
reading
not
it.
decided just yet. I want to reread it again, or reread it, or read it one more time before making a decision.
Fair dues.
I'm still in the middle of it. It's really good. There are parts of it that I don't like, but that's just because of who I am as a person.
In fairness, if it's the parts that I'm thinking of, I don't think you're supposed to like those bits.
Like,
Even then, I'm just like, meh.
to give you an idea of how kind of contrarian I am, I actually genuinely will say the last third of Winter Steel kept it from being in the bottom 3 of the books.
Wow.
Interesting.
I genuinely did not like the first 2/3 of Winter Steel. Like, I didn't think it was bad. I just... Like, I say I didn't enjoy it, because I didn't. But that doesn't mean I necessarily dislike it. It was just the stuff I really enjoyed more was much later.
Yeah.
And then more of that was what I got from Bloodline, which is why Bloodline is one of my favourites. It's also kind of why... It's also kind of why I'm not too big a fan of Uncrowned as well, because that was really hit and miss.
Whereas for me, I think for me and Mill, Uncrowned and Winter Steel are probably in our top 3s.
But like, I actually really love Underlord though as well.
Let me check.
For me, I like the books that have a lot more current, like, constant drama and like tension.
Yeah, Uncrowned is my third favorite.
You guys
Without-
talking about the cradle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just saying, because I'm looking at getting Reaper, the newest one, soonish. Oh, this is so cursed. I love it.
Have you made any progress on Cradle, Jack?
Still in book 2.
Oh,
Fair
what do you think of book 1?
I liked it.
Okay.
Good
be fair-
introduction to the series.
To be
Definitely.
To be fair, Jack, I'm trying to read the Divine Comedy, and I'm slowly getting through it.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to read through Dune right now so I can watch the movie.
Wait,
I'm
Jack,
just-
you haven't read Dune?
I'm in the middle of Dune.
I haven't read Dune.
I'm about a third of the way in. It's
So-
helped that I've been able to listen to the audiobook while I've been commuting.
Fair. Are we all ready to dive back in?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Brill. So, as you all take the hour to rest, it's just pretty quiet again. Like, you're in the forest. Like, a few of the guards are sort of talking to each other, just like going over inventory, how they're going to try and tell the 2 people who died what their families, what's happened,
Mm-hmm.
and just stuff like that. Zaris is with them. At the moment, Rue's sort of mostly just lay on the floor. He is able to slowly move his legs, and they are gaining back like stuff, like movement and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he's mostly just been trying to not strain himself,
Yeah.
because you can tell he is sort of rather fragile. Do any of you want to chat during your rest?
Not especially.
Not particularly.
No.
I'm okay.
Fine. Okay then.
Fucking Felix is in his emo mode.
What's
Did
new?
you swap seasons?
I've been in summer this entire time.
I always fair. I mean, he has 2 emo modes then.
Yeah.
It's winter.
Yeah, I used
Well,
to winter
it
was
depends.
emo
It
mode.
depends what type of winter, because fear-based winter is just
Anxiety.
it's just sheer anxiety. But there is obviously depression-based winter, which I think I've only been in really once. But I'm currently in dickish parent-induced summer.
I mean, at this point, I feel like, maybe if Felix was actually on that Sigma grind set, you wouldn't really need to ever go into winter. Because again, if you're on that Sigma grind set, it's not a problem, but, not everyone can be.
What the fuck is Sigma grind set?
Do you not know what a Sigma male is?
No. Who the fuck
Not
knows
really. I don't pay
Oh my-
attention to that shit because it's dumb.
Oh my god. You look it up at some point. It's
Oh.
amusing. It's funny.
No.
It's like the Giga Chad mindset. But anyway. So, as you get prepared and get moving,
Mm-hmm.
you all move as a group, slowly making your way out the forest, as you end up having to spend a day to get back out.
Yeah.
So it took about, I believe, 40-ish miles. If I zoom in a bit more, enhance. Take it to there, and then about there, and then let's continue on. Just calculating how long it would take, and hey, you'll be able to go back to the neutral point after having lied to some of the staff about who you really were.
Hooray!
To be fair, that was Akra's idea, so
Yeah.
he'd be the sort of guy who's willing to take that blame as well. Because, I mean, well, if the neutral point people had a problem with Akra, what can they fucking do? It's Akra. 3, 3, 5. So it'll take you 13 days and 8 hours, so basically 2 weeks to get to the neutral point.
Right.
In this time, you and all the other guards get to make constant watches and changes, so you don't really need to worry about watches at all. Because, you'll always have, a buddy to watch.
Yeah.
Felix and Rua help carry a lot of the burden as well, because of Trent's. So, everyone sort of gets to do a part, and everyone contributes in a way that, it's no biggie. During the 14, I nearly said 14 weeks. Jesus Christ. During the 14 weeks, however, again, give me a D100. Oh. 33. Okay then. No. As you are actually making your way through, you spot a caravan in the distance. All of you do. And you actually see... Now I actually need to check this is the correct creature type. Yes, I know that doesn't probably induce confidence. But it should. If the game... Not the game. Why am I seeing the game? Where is it now? No. Where is the list? I'm trying to find the list of creature types on the resource that I use. The totally legit resource. Nothing sussy here. Fake. Here we go. As you definitely see a creature that you've never really encountered before, but I need to make sure I remember what it is, which is why I'm frantically looking. No, that's a bug. No, that's a fucking Eldritch Abomination. Oh my god. It's easy to see just how crazy, like, Fae can be. That, like, at the drop of a hat, you go from, like, cute, flowery, like, pixie thing to then just monster. Like, and then you've got fucking dogs that are considered Fae.
Uh-huh. Good old
I
blink
genuinely-
dogs.
Yeah, blink dogs, good boys.
They're the best boys.
I wish there was more lore about them, but there isn't. There's only, like, one passage in a 2nd edition campaign thing.
I know, it's so sad.
Where the fuck is it? Right, I can't find the exact creature, which is annoying, but I'm not wasting any more time. So you come across, you actually come across a man with goat legs and goat horns on his head. You've never met this man before, Felix, so don't worry, you don't need to sweat.
I was just about to ask if he had one horn missing.
No, this guy looks completely different.
We
In
hear,
fact,
like,
this-
we see, the outline of a satyr and just go... We
In
all
fact,
just
this
get weapons
dude-
at the ready.
This dude has a wicked soul patch and smells very earthy, like he's got very heavy cologne.
I was gonna say,
Some of
weed
the more
earthy
naive,
or regular earthy?
like for some of the more naive people, it smells like heavy cologne. For the rest of you, you have a very good idea of what that smell is.
I wonder who is... I think Darren just says, I wonder who's this buyer.
And he just says, "Hey man, how's it going? Yo,
Oh no, a hippie.
How much...
What's up,
what's
my
your-
dudes? My name is. Oh fuck, what's my name? And he just like his eyes are wide as he just like mouth agape stares into the distance. Fuck yo. I mean, what's a name really? If anything,
Honestly-
it's just a societal construct that we use as labels to signify ourselves as a more specific into more specific categories.
Amen,
Without
brother, amen.
And he just like points at you, Daron, with a grin, and then just holds the point and the facial expression as if he's like lagging. Oh yeah, that's my
I-
name, yo. My name is Dimmy, but most
up,
people
Dimmy?
call me Dimmy.
What's up, Dimmy? I do a little bit in
The
thieves'
sky.
cant. I give a little bit in thieves' cant.
What do you say to them?
How's it going? Are you okay?
He just immediately looks at you, Seamus, and says, "What the fuck did this person say?"
He's asking if you're okay.
Never mind. I'm okay.
You wouldn't have understood what Daron said. Because only Daron knows what Faves Kent is, and, well, as far as you know. But yeah, he just looks at you, Daron's like, "What the fuck did you say?" Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I came from the Fey Market. I had a peruse in the Feywild. Turns out it's not a fun place to do business. And I'm currently on a journey from my my boss, my compadre, my senior, my sensei, as the bros from the east say, as it were.
Mm.
and he just does like devil horns as he like does jazz hands as if like, you know, to emphasize the point that he's not really making. Anyway, my point was, I'm a bit of a forge, you see. I do some magical items, some weapons and shit. And if you'd be down to clown, I'm willing to sell some of my wares. What do you think?
Do we have time for this?
I mean, he's heading in the same direction as you guys. It just looks like he's taking a break.
I'm gonna let Aldane and or Aldane, Zara, and Rua take lead on this.
Zaris just shrugs and says, well, we've still got time before we need to really get to Blackrain. And if we're already going in the same direction, there's nothing wrong with buying some gear.
I see no issue with this.
Right. And so the satyr just grins and just says, yeah, wicked, man. He's got cool horns like me. Are you my dad? And Zaris just shakes his head and walks away back to his carriage. Man, I remember the last thing of my dad is he said to get what he went to get milk, and he did that just exact same head shake in the walk off. Maybe he really is my dad. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my wares.
I nudge all day and go, he could be your brother-in-law.
He's my
I
brother-in-law?
somehow thought that. No.
Oh, okay. He just looks sad. Anyway.
Dyer just starts chuckling.
Anyway, my wares, you want to buy them, yeah?
What do you got?
Weapons, yo. Like,
May we see said weapons?
what's the magic word?
Please?
I mean, I don't know. I was asking you. I had no clue, but okay.
Alakazam, Alakazoo.
Anyway,
Show us your weapons, please.
I like this weapon I made. And he holds out a long sword that's it's translucent, and you can see inside of it. And there's just this like silvery liquid that's sloshing around in the blade. And he just says, this is called the Quicksilver Blade. Sweet. Even someone who isn't physically strong can use this. Just as light as, say, a rapier or a dagger. And, if you can hit in a specific point of the weapon, you can even poison people.
I look over at Seamus, like this might be good for him.
In what way is this good for me?
Well, it's a long sword that uses dex instead of strength. Or you can choose to use strength with it, but you're allowed to use dex with it. And it's a +1
I'll
weapon.
take it. I'll take it, please. Then, yeah. Because I got decent dex, right? I do.
What's your dex?
My dex is 12, so I got a +1 modifier on it.
Decent, he says.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, that's not decent.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's better than your strength, I'm sure, but
Yeah,
I mean,
my
it's-
strength is -1.
I mean, it's better. It's better than just an unmagical weapon. So, how much are you willing to buy this from me? Or we could do a trade. I'm willing to trade. You'd be interested to see what Hataya craftsmanship's like. I mean, you over there.
Do you have anything that uses charisma?
At Air Genasi, you have a pretty sick-looking rapier that I can see holstered. Be willing to
Yep,
trade?
I can't give this up. I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, okay then. Fair enough. I won't force you. I mean, I had this really cool cloak that, like, is considered a legendary item, but I understand.
Unfortunately, if I gave this to you, you might go mad.
Bro, we're all pretty mad anyway, aren't we, man?
This is true.
If
Do you have any
anything,
armor?
If anything, this shit calms me down as he takes a big puff from his blunt and just like makes a hoop with it.
This fucking guy.
You want armor?
What do you got? I just want to see.
Now you're asking me. Well, I have this, and he just holds up what looks like a bikini.
Not my
stands for-
style.
This is battle ready armor. I call it a,
Brah.
I call it a bra. Bra, you get it? Because you're a bra. This is a bra. Get it? No? Okay. But yeah, if you wear it, it actually forms armor around your body. So you can look like you're incognito and not like a danger to people. But then when you tap this and he presses where the nipples would be, and then it just forms a suit of armor. No, don't like it? Fair enough. A lot of people think it's weird. My master gave it me. He said he wouldn't teach me more training unless I could sell it. No one wants to buy it though. And
I
it's
can-
trapped, so I can't even throw it in the fucking ocean. He starts crying.
I am concerned for this man's mental health.
Anyway, armor, you said. Yes, armor. I have some armors of resistances. These would resist you against specific types of damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
I have an armor to protect you from blunts, but not this kind of blunt.
Hey, bro, can I have some of that?
Sure, fuck it. As he just passes
Hell
it,
yeah.
yeah. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck yeah. That'll do.
So you don't get the worst effects.
I get the
So
best effects then.
You've casted haste on yourself at one point just to see how it works. This is like the
Yeah.
reverse.
Ah,
It feels like you are under the effects of haste, only you can tell you're not. And then you also see a giant dragon behind Dimmy, the satyr. And then Felix has like even bigger ears than normal.
This
And you
is
don't remember
awesome.
and you don't remember Aldane having like spaghetti for hair.
Seamus is just a giggling mess right now.
Oh, that's going to be helpful.
Yeah, I have some other kinds of armors. I have an armor. This one he holds out. This is glamoured studded leather. When you tap it and say the command word, it changes into any kind of clothing you like. It's
How
also
much?
considered magical, so it also protects you a bit better than just normal studded leather.
How much?
How much are you willing to buy it for? Or we could trade.
I will sell him my current studded leather armor. My hat of disguise.
Oh shit! All right.
And my +1 crossbow.
Fuck! Wow, you're desperate.
I mean, I had an
Uh,
idea.
I mean, he actually says that as well. Like, fuck, you're desperate. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. As he hands you +1. Well, just glamoured studded, and you should be able to just type that in the compendium.
Okay, hold on.
It's glamoured with a U.
Okay. Okay.
Just drag that in, and it should immediately be +1 because it is. Did you have something to say, Sir Eladrin fella?
Nope. Not now.
Well, you look like a painter, if I'm not wrong, and I have some special ink for you.
Go on.
How would you like this? And he just holds up an ink bottle. It's a very tiny one. Only looks to be about like one use of actual ink.
Mm-hmm.
This refills itself every morning. But you have to put some money in.
How much money in?
2 gold.
I'll pass, I'll just stockpile.
Ah, you're a hoarder. I respect the craft. The lifestyle, as it were. I also have some special brushes, if you'd be interested.
Again, go on.
He holds out a brush, and the handle is a finger. And where the bone would be from the rest of the finger is the ink, like the actual brush.
Mm-hmm.
This is.
Kaido, did you get rid of the cross +1?
Did you not do it?
It's gone.
Is it
so
your?
I just
I mean, if you've removed it, then it's removed.
okay. So
Because you did offer that.
I did. Does he have a regular crossbow, by the way, while this is happening?
He could give you one, yeah.
I'll just take a regular crossbow. I don't pay money. I'll pay gold for that.
A normal crossbow would be 25 gold, and he'll just sell that to you for that much.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This brush is called a brush with death. If you use this near where someone died, you can actually draw the last few moments of their life. And it'll do the work for you. You do need some artistic skill to get it working. But yeah, what do you think?
Sounds boring. I like to paint because I like painting, not because I want to, have something do it for me.
I mean, you still need to be able to roughly draw what it's doing. It's more that it's like giving you, what's the word that you artist types use? Think of it like someone who's commissioned art, and they want it to be what they want it to be. In this case, it's the dead who want you to draw their last moments properly.
I'll still pass.
Okay. Well, that's my I have another brush. This one is, and he just holds out what looks like a stick of broccoli. In fact, it literally just looks like a stick of broccoli. This is some weird sort of nature brush I found on my travels.
What does it do?
And he pauses for like what feels like forever, but it's only like a couple of seconds. Well, it has a big surface area, so if you want to make like big canvases or big sweeping motions, you can. It also smells quite nice. If you just need that little scent to get you through the rest of the day, or to, for something to enjoy, like a candle.
I'll cast Identify on it.
It's literally just broccoli.
No.
Did he actually give me? Sorry, Felix. Did he actually give me a thing, or was I scammed?
It's legit. This guy just doesn't know what broccoli is.
Okay.
You can keep the food, thank you.
This is food? He just bites into the brush. Oh. Ugh, this is gross. And he just throws it behind himself. Why do people eat this shit?
Supposedly it's good for you.
How's it good if it tastes like garbage?
That's how you know it's good for you.
You eat trash?
Sometimes.
Next you'll tell me people put fucking gold on the steaks.
It's weird. The rich pointed all day. Rich people are so weird.
Hey.
You fucking
Says the
mortal
investor of the party.
prime fucking primes. He just shakes his head. Anyway, is there anything else you might want? Like, just tell me and I might have it. Oh, actually, you might like this. And he holds out a small pouch. And it literally just looks like, you know, like when you go to McDonald's, you've got them like small packets of like salt.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that. Only it's not actually a salt packet. At least the design doesn't look like one.
And that
This
is...
is pixie dust. It's pixie dust. Sprinkle it on yourself or anyone else nearby, and you gain the ability to fly and hover for a minute. And if the effect ends when you fall, you land safely on the ground and take no damage. But sadly, this is one use only. But hey, if you fall and you're about to get splat, it's perfect.
I personally will pass.
I'm okay, thanks. I can levitate.
Fair
I'm
enough,
good,
and
thank you,
hey,
though.
I think your friend's looking pretty high in the clouds right now as he just points to you, Seamus.
I'm already high up.
I feel
I'm already
obligated to ask
levitating.
for his sake, do you have any magical instruments?
I do, but hey, what about you in the armor? Blondie, would you not want this? I feel like if you hit the ground, you make a pretty sizable crater. Not to say you're fat. I'm not a fat shamer, don't worry. Just, you know,
Insight.
heavy armor is
I
heavy
will-
armor.
I will pass.
Is he a fat shamer?
No, he just genuinely poor choice of wording on his part. Brewer holds out a hand. I'll buy some. I mean, just because I can reduce my speed of falling doesn't mean I actually, like, can't hit the ground and splat anyway. And hey, if any of you guys are falling and I need to stop you from dying, I'll sprinkle it on one of you guys. And he just nods and says, yes, very good, sir, very good. And he just claps as if, like, someone gets it. For this merch, this will be... And he just sizes up River and squints. And he'll make a roll. I mean, I will make a roll as the GM, you know. I'll say 250. And then Rua just says, oh, only 250? And he reaches into his pouch. And then he just says, no, I mean 250,000. And then he just like, hey, and he just points. And then does finger crossbows at you, Seamus. As if like, hey, I got him. And now Rua has pixie dust. Oh, you said magical instruments as well, yeah?
Yes, for his sake, it feels obligatory to ask at least.
Well, I have these. And he holds out a pan flute that has a small mouse, like as a charm on it.
And
This
what
is
does
a-
that do?
This is a pipe of the sewers. While you use this, rats of any kind are indifferent to you, unless you threaten or harm them.
Okay.
And if you channel
else
one of
you
the
got?
charges, it summons a swarm of rats.
So like rat catcher.
And, well, if you can charm the rats, then, well, the rats become friendly to you, and they follow you around, as long as you continue to play the pipes. If you fail to charm them, they're literally just a group of rats. What else can I say?
Well, what else do you got?
I have this. And he holds out a lyre. With this, you can mend objects. And if an object is nearby that takes damage, you can cause that object to be immune. So say if you're protecting or holding the line and you don't want a door to break, now it doesn't take damage while you play it. In addition, it also lets you cast some spells. It lets you cast Fabricate, Move Earth, Pass Wall, and Summon Construct. Give me an Arcana check, Seamus, and anyone else who wants to. If they're interested in getting a better idea on the spells. Wow.
Nope. Duality of man right there.
Felix knows exactly. So Fabricate is a 4th level spell. Move Earth is 6th. Pass Wall is 5th, and Summon Construct is 4th level.
I don't suppose you've got a brush that's that useful.
Sadly, no, my guy. Unless you want a brush that cleans your insides out every time you use the toilet.
Not especially.
And it cleans your toilet. It's called a toilet brush.
That's disgusting.
As he literally just holds up a toilet brush and it looks like it's just been used. It's dripping. Not with, like, feces or anything, but, like, just water. What do you say there, Maestro?
Do you have any other instruments, or are those two the only ones?
Ah, wow. Hard bargain. Fuck.
Not saying I'm not interested in the ones you've talked about already. I just want to see what my selection is.
He holds out a pair of drums. While holding this drum, you can hit hard with your spells. Well, no, your spells are easier to land a hit, and it makes enemies harder to resist the effects of your spells.
Run faster, jump higher.
And, since you seem like a bardic type, you can inspire people, correct?
That is a correct assumption.
Well, with this drum, if you play it, you can make another use, on top of what you can already do for the day.
Say that again. What does that mean?
So basically, if you use an action, you can regain a use of bardic inspiration with the drum. And it also gives you +2 to spell attack rolls, and to the saving throw DCs of spells. Which means Shatter's harder to resist. Spells like Suggestion and stuff like that makes it harder to resist.
And then, okay, I'm just gonna like try to compare that head to head with what does the lyre do again?
Vicious Mockery means it's harder to resist. The Lyre, where is it? Lets you cast Fabricate, which means you can basically take scrap material and make objects with it. So you can actually make, like, a bridge from trees. Or, like, get a hunk of metal and make multiple daggers with it. Move Earth basically lets you, like, say, open a hole in a wall, or like fill in a trench or form a pillar Pass wall literally lets you no clip.
What does that mean?
Walk through walls.
A
Oh.
passage appears at your a passage appears at your point of choice that you can see on like a wall or a floor, and you can just open up the wall and like go for a bit, and that lasts for like an hour. Summon constructs. You can literally summon like a clay, metal, or stone golem that fights for you.
Shit. So out of character, what do you guys think? Should I get the lyre or the drum? Because both seem like they'd be pretty good for different reasons. So Mill thinks lyre. What does everybody else think?
Lyre sounds pretty good, honestly.
The lyre's nice on my idea.
Again, don't forget, it also lets you cast Mending as an action. And yeah, as a reaction, when an object or structure takes damage within 300 feet, it's immune to the damage.
Oh, at the note, Gyron looks like Emily Cadwin from Dishonored 2 right now.
I will say it doesn't actually change your appearance, the armor, it only changes your clothes.
Right, I mean, that's the armor appearance.
Yeah. Fair dues. What do you think, Seamus, if I give you a hard bargain that you want?
How much is the lyre going to cost?
Money or trade?
What would I have to trade?
What have you got?
I have... Frostfang whiskey.
I'd say that puts up part of the deal.
And then how much would the other part be?
Depends on what you've got. I don't know what's in your fucking inventory. I could have a peek.
The person behind my eyes does, but I don't.
I could have a peek and see, but that's rude. And I'm not rude.
How about admirer's favor?
I'm not being cancelled again. Anyway. A what? An admirer's favor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this fucking person is, and it's for you anyway.
Let's see. I have a glassblower book and an animal handling book.
Now we're getting a little bit closer.
So the whiskey and the 2 books?
Not a full deal yet.
Shit.
Mate, this is one of my best items. This is currently my magnum opus.
Tell you what.
You, sir, could craft your magnum opus with this lyre.
Tell you what, buddy.
How about I take all that off the table. I give you the shamisen of the cool breeze.
And
the 2 books.
And
Shut the fuck up. That's gotta be good enough.
bro, you're capping.
Tell
What
you-
did you paint
tell-
a friend about today?
Tell you what, buddy. You take that
He's trying
deal.
to fuck me.
You take that deal, and we'll also take the bra armor, and that means you can create even better stuff than this lyre.
Persuasion
How about I use my
Wait.
persuasion? I'm gonna
Persuade?
use mine.
No, no, only Mill.
Can't I
Felix.
use mine to help him?
With advantage, I was going to say.
Thank
Oh,
God for
advantage
advantage.
Oh yeah.
Throw in the whiskey. And give me... As he breaks out an abacus. And he starts to use it, only to realise he clearly doesn't know how to use an abacus.
Great. I wouldn't expect anything less from this guy.
You drive a hard bargain. Give me 150 gold as well on top of that, and it's yours.
How about we give you 100 gold?
Is that your persuasion roll?
Yeah.
How about 175 gold now for that lip?
You piece of shit. I'm walking away from this deal. This isn't happening. I'm not doing business with a guy like that.
I'm gonna say someone can insight him to see if he's like actually fleecing you.
I'm at insight right now.
Honestly, Aldane and Daron, like, with the power of the, like, Seamus can't cast any of these spells yet. He would basically be allowed to cast spells outside of his pay grade. And this guy clearly knows that, so he's trying to be like, you know, I'm doing a lot for you here by letting you take this.
If we keep it at 150, it's a deal, but no more.
Fine, 150. After
Okay.
I've let you smoke my blunt as well.
Hey, you offered.
You took it. And hey, I'm just glad I get to enjoy the rest. Here's a deal. So now,
So it was the shamisen.
the shamisen, the whiskey, and then books.
I got rid of my fucking +1 crossbow.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get you to wait, because I was gonna try and bargain with the, hey, we'll take that stupid bra armor off your hands, and then you can make stuff, or you can
So
learn
now-
to make more stuff again.
Yeah,
now
that's
Felix
it's
has
fine, though.
this. Felix, you can put this in your inventory.
I'm sticking it in the bag of holding.
You have to spell it like that. Copy paste it. There is a full stop at the end of the A. So now you have a bra.
No, now the party has a bra. It's going in the bag of holding.
Oh god, it's actually in there, yeah. So now, Dylan, I will DM you the actual item, so you can copy paste it at your leisure. There you go. The Lyre of Building, rare magical item as well.
Do you have any interesting daggers?
Oh yeah, daggers are pretty easy to make. I have quite a few. And since you willingly took off that item, which I do appreciate, I'm willing to give you something a bit nicer and willing to be more generous.
I certainly wouldn't take advantage of your graciousness.
How would you like to have one at smoke this as well? You
No.
can have some fun with it.
No
you
thanks.
sure?
Yeah,
Have you never tried it before?
I have. It was not to my taste.
Fair dues. Do you want a brownie?
No, thank you.
So, daggers. Here's a dagger, and he holds it out. This lets you see without actually needing to see. Like, with echolocation.
So you'd be able to see in the dark, for example.
Yeah, you'd rely on sound and other senses instead of just sight.
Looks at Darren. That could be useful.
I could. I genuinely don't have money, so
You can always trade. The thing is, I'm not from this plane of existence. So even trinkets to you that might be commonplace are pretty special to me, really.
What are the other daggers you've got?
He holds out a pair of daggers. One side, one of the blades is purely black, with like red lines faintly along it, and the one is a pure white blade. These two come in a pair. Ebony and Ivory, they're called. This is Ebony, he holds the white one up, and this is Ivory. Out of character, he's deliberately got that wrong. He doesn't know what the
Okay.
words actually mean. He's
Right.
Again, his intelligence isn't great, really, but he's very thrifty. If you throw one like this, as he just chucks the black dagger away in the distance, and then he holds up the white one, and the black dagger, before it even touches the ground, returns to his hand. That good enough of a demonstration for you?
Yeah, that certainly demonstrates their function.
If, say, however, there's something in the way, then, well, both daggers have the ability to locate each other. Say, for example, you take this one, he holds the white one away, he holds the white one, take it by boat. Several 100,000 miles. This one will know the other one's location, pinpoint for you, and vice versa.
Certainly be a useful tool if you want to follow someone.
I will say though, it doesn't work on other planes. So take this to the Feywild, and this one's useless.
Fair enough.
Kaido, could you just DM me the description of the first one? Of the first dagger?
It's literally the same ability. So, if you throw one dagger, while the other dagger is in your hand...
No, I meant the first...
The first,
Not
the
Ebony
the
Ivory.
echolocation one.
Yeah, sorry. Right.
Sorry, my bad.
No, do not apologize. It's fine. Here is the thing for the other one.
Thanks.
So you
Hey,
get
Kaido?
30... Yes, Dylan?
Sorry, this is a noob question, but how do I add the Lyre of Building to my inventory with like the spells and everything?
Ah, give me one sec. My food is falling. So if we go to here, so what you do is, you'd have to, because some of the spells aren't in the player's handbook.
So you're probably going to have to enter it. You're probably going to have to enter most of it yourself.
You'll have to, I know two of them are in the handbook, I believe. Yeah. So you could just say type fabricate in the Roll20 compendium, and it should let you just copy paste it, drag it in. I mean,
Okay,
you know the spell.
Yeah, let's see, which spell was that?
If we go
Fabricate?
to spelled, yeah. So if you do that, and then you can just like I'm going to do now, and then fabricate's there.
How many daggers do I even have?
I will say as well, Ebony and Ivory are attunement as well.
Are they both attunement, or do they count as one attunement slot?
They count as one.
Right, okay, just making sure.
They are magical, but they don't deal extra damage.
Yeah.
Because the idea is you can just abuse it then by throwing them.
Mm-hmm. Any other daggers?
Oh, you're killing me here. I mean, I have standard daggers that hit harder and hit easier, but I only have them quite low level. If I'm gonna make a weapon, I want it to have a cool effect, you know? I have this dagger, and he holds out what looks like a plain-looking dagger. While attuned to it, no matter how bad your singing voice is, it will always sound beautiful.
Oh look, it's a dagger fit for Seamus.
He does need it as well.
Yes.
I mean, I said it improves his singing, not his attitude, but...
Oh,
hear him
the
sing,
attitude can't be
fucked up.
fixed. We've you know, given up on that, but the caterwauling might.
Let's see, how many daggers do I have? I didn't write down how many daggers I had.
Any other spell?
I mean,
I've
if
hated
you're clearly able to enchant objects, are you willing to do that? Or do you have to make the object from scratch?
I can take an already existing item, and I can even add an effect onto an already magical item. That, however, costs double the price it would normally cost for enchantment, and that depends on the type of enchantment anyway. But to actually enchant an item, that would take a while. I'm going to be in the Prime Dimension for a while, so if you've got an address I can send it to. I don't know what addresses are like here, but I'll figure something out. I'm quite resourceful like that. I mean, hey, I made these two, and he just, again, throws ivory this time, and then it returns to his hand.
I lean over to Felix and I whisper to him, I think the blindside dagger is actually really useful.
No, that's definitely fair. How much for the echolocation dagger?
Ah, I see. For that one, well, if I had to put a price on it, it's a pretty good weapon as well. I'd say a few thousand gold.
God damn it!
It's fair. It's a rare magical item.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a
actually,
rare.
no, it's a 16. It's a 16.
It's the rare magical item. Like, maybe he's overselling it. The thing is, this is like the only real like enchanter you know who can do this kind of shit. Because
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna-
as far as when it comes to say Turim working on magical items, that isn't the kind of stuff they actually like doing. And they don't like working on weapons if they can help it. Whereas like this guy doesn't really seem to mind.
Right.
So this is a guy who's willing to make weapons and is clearly good at what he does.
Right. I
Like
just don't
this-
think I have the. I just don't have the cash to deal with to do this.
Again, trade works.
Say that like I have much to trade.
I mean, you never know. One man's stone is another man's gem.
So you're telling me he would accept, you know, my useless crossbow bolts?
I mean, I didn't say I would consider that stone a gem.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I could make those crossbow bolts magical, but that would cost you.
No, I'm not that interested.
I mean, I could turn a bow or a crossbow into something that shoots energy bolts, so then you don't even need the ammo.
Looks over to Darren again.
I just gave him my crossbow.
And hey, I found this. And he actually holds out a fucking gun. Like, just a fucking, like, a
Look.
pistol, and just says, like, you know, I've got this that I found on the floor, and, like, I could make this into something that shoots special bullets.
It'd be again if I had actual cash on me, I would actually buy that.
He actually, like, you actually see Brewer, and he just says, I'll take it. How much are you willing to give? And he just says, oh, you want this? I mean, most people seem to run away whenever I pointed it at them. Mostly in Blackrain, for some reason. I mean, maybe they know what it does. I mean, as far as I know, and he just like pulls on the trigger and nothing happens. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if you're interested, and I can even... Fuck it. I'll be nice. Hey.
Don't fuck the gun, please. We want it unsullied.
Figuratively, you dolts.
Well, what kind of thing is that to say about a potentially paying customer?
I'm not the kind of guy who sticks a fucking weapon in some soup and then licks the weapon like some fucking weirdo.
That was a weird day.
But anyway, what have you got? And Rua reaches into his pocket and actually pulls out a necklace. And then he just looks to Seamus for a second and Dayron quickly and just says, well, this necklace was actually used by a very old king that lived in a desert. Apparently this necklace gave him eternal life. Meant that he could live forever young. And then the satyr just says, then how did he die? And Rua just says, syphilis.
Huh.
And the satyr's just like, fair. I mean, being eternally young doesn't save you from that. Yeah, fuck it, that sounds pretty good. And then Rua's just looking to you, Seamus, as if like, didn't you find this actually? Because you gave this to me, didn't you?
Gave what? What did I give to him?
No,
or which thing I gave?
No, that's fine, actually. You weren't paying attention, so this gets to happen. Alright then, Rua gets to make a deception check with disadvantage because Seamus wasn't paying attention.
I was.
I mean, you can join in as well if you want.
I'm gonna try and give him advantage.
What do you say?
I don't know, but like I'm not creative at the moment.
I mean, you can back him up and just be like, you know, because you are proficient in deception.
True, I am. So I'm
the fabled artifact of Shangri-La.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when we got that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like where we found it and how we came to how our party got it and all that shit.
Exactly. Rua's just like nodding aggressively.
The skeleton we got it off was particularly well endowed. I don't know if that was a result. I don't know if that was a result of the necklace, but
even in spite of the syphilis, Rua says with a deception check with advantage.
It was real weird.
Oh shit, that's actually like, and he has a penalty as well. So now the satyr has to make a insight check. No fucking way.
Did he match?
The crit failed.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. I've had a bit of a dry spell lately.
You willing to throw in the dagger as well? Considering it's so good?
He just narrows his eyes. Maybe if he was willing to buy it, but he doesn't want it clearly, right? And Rua says, I'll take it as well. And then the guy just like tosses a dagger, and then you know, the guy just unintentionally just tossed you a fucking knife.
I try to I think I like go like Rua can catch that, right?
Rua catches it and does a flourish before then just immediately passing it to Felix,
who passes it to Darren.
Okay. Thank you.
And then Rua just now has a magical gun.
Is there any type of enchantment you'd be able to do while we are traveling together?
Can we just like make it seem like we've been traveling with this guy forever, for a few days or something?
I mean, yeah, you've only really just met him, so it would take like a few more days before you like see him off. You wouldn't have any time to like enchant a weapon. It would take longer than like a few days, but like.
Would he be able to enchant an umbrella?
With what?
I'm not sure.
You need something in mind, because, like, he
Yeah.
can't... He's the sort of guy who needs, like... don't just ask for a commission if you're not gonna, like, tell me what you want.
I just don't know sort of the limits of this. What can I actually do?
I mean, he can help you. Like, he could say he could use it so the umbrella slows down your descent. So you don't take... So it works like featherfall. He could do it so it helps you glide instead. So you have, like, a fly speed. Like, to go horizontal. He could do it so that the umbrella works as a makeshift shield. And gives you more AC. Or you could do it so the umbrella actually can deflect an attack to, like, deflect a projectile. It's up to you. Also, it'd take about 2 days before you have to split off from him.
And how long would enchanting the umbrella with anything take?
Depending on the level of the enchantment, depends on how fast. But if it's something like Featherfall, it wouldn't be very hard.
Right. So that's first level.
Again, you'd have to pay, and then or give him trade. Who's eating into the mic?
I wouldn't go on.
My bad. I didn't know it would be that loud.
It's fine. It'd be different if you were smacking your lips, and I'd reach through the screen and actually rip your tongue out.
So apparently, I now have blind sight.
That's a language proficiency, my guy.
I know.
Gen is just flexing about his language proficiency.
There it is.
Actually, that's the thing you would actually offer as well. He holds out some bottles. I actually have items that let you immediately process a skill and the knowledge of it in a quick drink of this. The only problem is, it tastes like shit.
What sort of skills do you have on offer?
And if you can't process the item, you vomit it and then you gain nothing.
What skill?
And we'll have to write a contract to make sure that if you do vomit it, I am not liable for any damages, as these are, well, you're effectively forcing yourself to process information in the span of seconds. That should take weeks or even a month. But skills, what kind? Well, you can learn languages. My strongest one is that lets you actually know how to use a shield. You could learn how to say write in calligraphy, or maybe blow some glass. Or maybe you can learn how to dance. Or be very persuasive and chatty. Or even know how to say athletically climb stuff.
So, just in terms of just going back to the enchanting of the umbrella, would it be possible to get like an offensive enchantment?
Yeah. He could make it so it works like a short sword.
Oh, that's tempting. That's really tempting. I mean, I would always. Would it still look like an umbrella?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would just be that inside the handle you could pull it out to be a weapon.
Okay, that's actually good. That's something I was wondering if he'd be able to do.
Otherwise, he could do it so it actually, like, shoots projectiles from the top of the umbrella. Also, by the next day, he would have noticed he's got that necklace on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And during the rest, Rue would have just told you that, like, someone who had
I
a crush.
understand.
He would have told you that someone who had a crush on him gave it him.
I understand shit. Don't worry.
If anyone else wants to get enchanted stuff from him, you can. Or get stuff enchanted.
How much does that cost, though? I don't have a lot on me.
It depends. What would you want enchanted? Or upgraded with an enchantment? Because you could do it, Aldane, so your, Oh, wait. You could do it so your Longsword of Warning is, like, given something on top of it. I will say, he is not touching your Dracolich pieces.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's
He is
understandable.
He is actively, like, concerned
Wait.
that you even have them.
he wanted mine initially.
Yeah. Just to, like, have as is. He wasn't going to look to upgrade it.
He was ready
Oh.
to fuck around with it.
He doesn't want to fuck around and find out. But he's willing to, like, have it.
No. I say to him, what can you do to upgrade my Sword of War?
Oh, Sword of Warning. I mean, that's quite a low-level enchantment, so...
Wait,
Quite-
Aldane, have you not been using the your Dracolich piece?
I have.
Okay.
Just not as often as you've been using yours.
What I could do
Gotcha.
is if you want to use both swords, is make it so it's lighter, so then you could dual wield. That'd be pretty badass.
How much would it cost for me to be able to make that upgrade?
Good question. I would say, because that's a pretty big deal. And hey, I could even throw it in with you to learn how to, well, not need to, what's the word? To immediately process the training, how to dual wield a weapon. Or at least fight two-handedly. But if I did that, that would make things even more expensive. And the enchantment alone would cost a lot. I mean, do you have any trade?
Let's see.
Also, don't forget, Jack, if you did this, you wouldn't be able to use the dueling fighting style. You could change that fighting style out on the next level anyway, but you wouldn't actually get the dueling bonus, because dueling means you can't dual wield.
Yeah, I don't plan to do that. I just want to.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
if you want that. Otherwise, though, you could do
What
other
else?
enchantments. I could do it so it hurts dragons more.
That could be useful.
As like a dragon slayer. With a dragon slayer, that would take it to about. And he just takes his abacus out and starts using that again. But again, he doesn't know how to use it. If you want a Dragon Slayer on top, if I had to put it down to pure money, I'd say a good few thousand gold. But depending on what you have to trade, you know.
All I have that I could really trade is an investigation book, quarterstaff.
I'm just looking at what you actually have in your inventory, because that banana would have rotted already.
Yeah, that one's tossed.
That would have been tossed ages ago. Yeah, the books. I mean, you could do the cast-off armor as well.
Yeah, I don't really use that.
You could do the armor. You could do the books, the whiskey as well. Oh yeah, I forgot you have the boots of Elvenkind.
I forget what those do.
It means you have
Advantage on
advantage
stealth checks.
to not be heard, which is, you know. So you
Really
should technically
useful for
always
you.
be rolling normal stealth.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll just keep those. I kind of need them.
Yeah, that's fine then. What else would he want from you? There's not really much else, really, looking at it.
I don't have a lot.
Yeah, there isn't really much he'd want from that. Sadly.
Oh well. It is
mean,
what it is.
I mean, he will stay. If you can somehow contact him anyway, like, you know, with sending or whatever, he'd be happy to keep in touch and you could commission stuff that way.
Would he be able to enchant my umbrella with burning hands?
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, he could do that.
How long would it take him?
It's the damage spell that would cost more and take more time. That would take him. He'll make a roll to see how soon he could get it done. That would take about 9 days. If you put it on priority. So you wouldn't have it in time for Blackrain.
Yeah. I'll leave it be then. I'll just keep it as an umbrella.
Okay.
You're gonna suffer in Blackrain, by the way.
Why?
It's gonna be raining all the time.
No, it's fine, isn't it?
You know, dying of colds if anime is telling the truth.
What, pneumonia?
I'm actually working for a company that's trying to fix that.
I mean, you don't know what Blackrain's like, actually, when it comes to the rain. Or you may have heard stories. I know you have someone who lives there. I mean, it depends. You can make you can make a history check to remember stories about it.
I mean, I will, but I'm fairly sure I've been told that it rains a lot.
You know it rains a lot, but a lot of buildings are actually built to be connected to each other. Some of them anyway. So you don't have to leave the rain when it comes to some places. Like into the rain. A lot of buildings also have canopies so that you can move across, like, streets without being hit by the rain. And a lot of places have umbrellas that are built in such a way that the angle of the rain doesn't really wet seats and stuff like that. And a lot of places will sell coats and umbrellas for quite cheap.
Cheaper than how I bought mine.
It depends on the kind of style. Because they do sell stylish umbrellas and coats that cost a lot. But if you want a cheap umbrella, then it costs like pennies. Like, you've bought a specifically, like, lavish one though, haven't you?
Yeah, I brought a
nice.
Tenoyama style one.
Yeah, so, like, the cheap ones that could easily be replaced, like, would be quite a bit cheaper. Yours would be considered a luxury, though. And stuff like coats and, like, umbrellas are considered a sign of status. So people might think you're actually quite a high-ranking person.
By the way, I planned ahead. I have an umbrella.
You do.
If we ever have to go into the rain, I won't be getting wet.
You do. So, I'm gonna say.
Oh, I could purchase an umbrella. Why didn't I think of that?
So I'm gonna say we can call this a session,
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
and by next session we will have some time in the neutral point. We can actually relax for a little bit,
Yep.
and then it'll be Blackrain.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
And I got
We've
some
got-
new gear.
I genuinely expected Seamus to cough up the lions in exchange for the lyre. And he would've-
Absolutely not.
He'd have taken that as a full trade. The lines for the lyre.
Absolutely not. I am a ranger. I'm a ranger bard.
Well, now you have
A
the
bard
lions.
ranger.
I have the lions.
Now I
and
have the
summon-
lions and a summoning. Yeah.
and the summon
Now I can
constructs.
have so many
Use the beast
other
master.
things that can soak up damage for me. That's why they're my shield.
I mean, until you fight another Black Knight who does fucking destructive wave.
I don't care. It's something, man.
Destructive wave that does 5d6 thunder and radiant damage.
Also, nothing I gave up really does much for me anyway.
Yeah.
I was a little hesitant to give up the shamisen, but it's a lyre, so it's like I kind of have to choose one instrument or the other.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having multiple different types of instruments, because, like, otherwise
Yeah.
you'd just be a one-track guy.
I just want to find some kind of magical bagpipes, if at all possible, Kaido.
You could. It's just, like, a lot of his stuff seems to be, like, he does seem to enjoy, like, combat gear and that kind of shit, so...
Hey, combat bagpipes. That would work.
And now Brewer has a +1 pistol.
Fun stuff. Alright, so that
This is
should
a
do it for
session.
this
That
stream
is
then.
indeed the session.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. As always, we hope you have enjoyed this. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday Fuzzy and I will be continuing Control. I have no idea how far in we are and how much we've got left, but I honestly don't know. Honestly, I've not been paying that much attention to the plot. I know that the janitor is pretty weird.
The janitor is the best character.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
Thursday will hopefully be more than an hour of Ace Attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And continuing on with Dick Gumshoe and his hard evidence.
Gumshoes. Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty great, but the fact that he's gotten such an insistent on hard evidence means we are making a lot of dick jokes.
Yep.
Saturday, Paradox Hour will be discussing The Promised Neverland, mostly the manga and not the incredibly subpar anime adaptation.
What, you're not going to talk about the drop ball that is the anime?
We'll talk about it a
No.
little bit, obviously, but we aren't going to, like, focus on it. We've said enough about it, frankly, in our anime streams.
Which one is this?
Promised Neverland. It's the
Oh,
one where
okay.
Cloverworks decided to stick the entire rest of the manga into one 12-episode season,
Gotcha.
skipping
You
the
know,
best arc.
150 chapters
Yeah.
into 12 episodes. Pacing, what's that?
And then next Sunday, obviously, we're continuing onto the neutral point. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Later.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.